So if you're ever going to give memorabilia from a deceased parent to their child, make sure you proofread it.
What?
Hi, welcome back to the Loading
Yes.
I'm Alex.
Oh shit, okay.
on the
That was a
spot.
lot more professional than I'm used to. I'm Jacob.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Aaron.
I'm Ellen.
That was real.
Alright.
So, no, we need some more context.
So the
please.
context for that open. So Caitlin and I got married yesterday.
They
Congratulations.
got married! Woo!
Thank you.
Would have been nice to be invited.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
That was a very strict guest list. Yeah. The
would've
best
been-
man didn't show up.
Would have been nice to have been in at least one of the photos, but it's fine.
Don't worry, the professional ones will be out in a week.
I'm actually really excited for those.
Yeah.
We got some good shots.
We got some good shots. Wish we could post them. Whatevs.
Maybe a few select choices on the loading off page.
Maybe. It's all up to our director, producer
Okay.
combo. Oh yeah, continuing.
Yeah.
So, among some of the wedding gifts that we got was some letters between Caitlin's father and mother
Okay.
from when he was in the Navy.
Uh-huh.
Caitlin decided she was going to start reading some of them. And, of course, they start off as almost every romantic letter does. You know, I miss you, seeing you
All
was
the
the best
cheesy
thing
stuff.
ever, I
Yeah,
miss
yeah.
seeing you kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then it goes into stuff along the lines of, I can't wait to pull the silk panties off of you. And pretty much go to town. Paraphrase. At that point, Caitlin's... So, I'm reading some of the nice stuff out loud. And it plays out exactly like a sitcom.
Yeah.
I get finished reading something sappy, and she was like, I found the smut.
I love you and miss you, and I
can't wait to
work-
bury your face in that pillow and just go to town.
Pretty much.
God, I can't
Holy
wait to raw dog the shit out of you, babe.
We don't know which family member gave it to us.
Uh-huh.
Because, of course, everybody left right after the ceremony. It was
Yeah.
just friends left.
That's all.
It was
So-
just friends left.
Yeah, that is exactly what I want to hear about right after I just got married.
Yeah.
This is how my parents
So,
fucking
I'm
sexed
thinking-
each other back in the day.
What I'm thinking happened is
Mhm.
they just saw a bunch of letters from between the two. They shoved it into a box.
of letters with
and,
names on them, and
Yep, and didn't bother to go through them at all.
Do you think Bill Nye sexed?
Probably.
most likely.
Would you introduce yourself first if you were sexing someone if you were Bill Nye?
Yes.
Yes.
I think that might add to it.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
it's
know.
That's
I would
Wouldn't it
love
be
to
like-
get. I would love to get courted by Bill.
yeah,
Nye.
no, I'm pretty
Well,
sure just
hold
saying
on.
I'm Bill Nye
What-
is pickup line.
What if it's like, well, it's like you have a teacher, right? That you were like, it was like you never had a thing for because you were like
Yeah.
in elementary or
Yeah.
whatever, and then you like grew up and they're like older now,
No, but man,
and
Bill Nye
they're
was,
into you.
But Bill Nye was always hot because he was the hot science guy.
He was
He's-
not the
he's-
hot science
He's the
guy.
science playboy.
He was
Well,
not.
'cause you
Playboy
get-
of science.
He's the playboy science. Because think about it, you get like Bill Nye, you get Neil deGrasse Tyson, you got Michio Kaku, like, and to be fair, Bill Nye just. We love you, Bill Nye, but you're not quite at that level up there with him. But he's still a really cool, awesome guy who brought science to the masses. He's science's playboy.
I mean, besides like the fame thing, like you think a selfie of Bill Nye naked with his like
I bet he's
his
hung.
sides.
Skinny guys usually are.
Dude, I bet he free balls under the coat. Wouldn't you if you could?
You think it's like Pro Jared? He just has the same.
Always got the weird mushroom head. Like,
Oof.
Bill
Wait,
Nye's
what about fucking Windows guy?
See,
Bill Gates?
Bill Gates?
Bill Gates, yeah.
Why do you think it's called Microsoft?
Never mind. You got me on that
Bill
one.
Gates has never once taken. Bill Gates is the reason that the super powerful elite can actually take stuff off the internet because
He's a teeny tiny man, huh? That's unfortunate. Science guy hung.
science.
Who has the bigger cock, Neil deGrasse
Has
Tyson?
science gone too far?
Doctors hate him.
Our horny grandpa's
weird
looking for
trick.
science and fucking.
During the dermatologists hate this woman.
Top 10 science experiments that'll leave you dripping.
Step 1, volcano.
Step 2, elephant toothpaste.
Step 3, potato and light bulb. Step 4, the dildo cum maker 3000.
I always love those ones where it's like 10 exercises to turn your pussy into a dick guillotine.
Into a dick visor.
Oh,
Yeah.
there was this Reddit post where there was a woman that was basically like, my whole life I just
Oh,
was supposed to do vaginal exercises.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with it, but what?
Kegels,
Yeah.
Kegels, something like that. Yeah.
That's what they're officially called.
Yes, well, men
Yes.
can do them too.
So she,
That's the thing that makes your dick bounce. When you can do the
Yeah.
dick bounce, that's a kegel.
yeah, you make the little dance party.
Or when you have to stop midstream, like when you're pissing really hard and you have to like hold it.
I'm really good at doing that in a tight situation.
That means you have good kegels.
Oh, thank God. I was worried my kegels were lacking.
Yeah. Well, no, it's important to have good kegels in the long run. That's what's going to keep you hard when you're 40. It's true. No, it actually controls.
Actually,
Aaron,
that
you
makes
know so
sense.
much miscellaneous Grandpa Kegels on Pornhub. I gotta know.
Aaron's like a half thesaurus, half dictionary.
Yeah,
kind
no,
of
there's
thing.
a whole weird.
Yes, it's a corner
I don't
code.
know. So a memory just got unlodged from the ancients, from the archive. As a young child, of course, you're incredibly horny, and you're just trying to.
Wait, what?
Let me finish.
How young?
5 years old.
Yeah, I was like,
So Dad was still alive, so I'm gonna say probably like 8 or 9.
what the fuck? I
Actually,
did
yeah,
not.
that's about right.
What?
Dude, I started
Yeah.
jacking off at 7.
Not same, but 8 or 9 sounds about
I was
right.
like 13, 14 before I
Oh,
started.
yeah, no,
like,
I was a very horny child. Anyways,
oh,
He fucked
ladies, beware! He's out and he's looking.
that. He fucked that turkey to completion.
Hide your women. Hide your wife.
hide your turkeys too.
Maybe
No, but-
pumpkins.
Maybe pumpkins. That was a thing this season.
What's the one where it's like, man, I fucking hate Halloween. Someone took a shit in my pumpkin. I love that one.
So
the
anyways,
one
yeah.
where they Photoshop Nickelback in there.
Yeah, exactly. So anyways, yeah, as a young and horny child, you whatever smut you could get your hands on, right? So our mom owned a copy of Cosmopolitan. The Cosmopolitan is a kind of shitty women's magazine, and it talks about all kinds of stuff. It's just latest fashion trends, how to take care of yourself.
Sex advice.
There you go, sex advice.
Okay.
And so I forget the exact name of the article, but it was like 7 tips to blow your man's brains in bed or something.
And
That
these would
sounds
all
like a
be
verse.
these would all be stuff on the cover of
Yeah,
the
no, they
magazine
would be-
too, and they're sold
now-
in like HEB.
Yes.
and
Now, mind
stuff.
you, this is usually like the smallest little print on the corner of the cover,
But it's
along
still
with- But it's still on there. Yeah. 7 tips to make your man. I don't know. Whatever.
And
Anyways,
exercises to turn your vagina
you're
into a dick guillotine.
guillotine, exactly. So I remember one of them was hold some pop rocks in your mouth as you're blowing him, so that it does the.
That seems to be a very common thing. Like in the Pop Rocks commercial, there was a girl who was like, it was like college. It's like, what can I do to get a better grade? And he's like,
Another one that was a little bit more adult, but a very similar
all right,
thing.
fuck my story.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm just kidding.
Fuck your story, Jacob.
I'm sorry.
My director's talking.
I want to get it while it's still before
That's fair,
it
that's fair, go
disappears
on.
again back into the ether. Another one was
Some say cosms.
until his eyes so that we may see.
I'm waking up.
That's coming soon. We're gonna get there soon, hopefully. Anyways, the other one was drink champagne with pearls in it, and then that little bottom bit that has just the last of the champagne and the pearls, hold it in your mouth, and then swirl the pearls and champagne around the head of his cock. Now, mind you, again, Cosmo is one of those, like, you can find it anywhere because
Yeah.
it's supposed to
Yeah.
be.
The generic grocery store.
Yeah, it's
Gas
one of those.
stations.
It's not like a porno mag. It's just.
I have seen in other cities though, they have like little barriers so that it blocks all of the little
Oh,
blurbs on the
okay,
cover,
yeah.
so that all that's there is
It's
the
just
picture of the woman on the cover.
Yeah.
That's smart.
And
No one gives a
cosmetics,
shit here in
yeah.
Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. People in Texas don't give a fuck.
Yeah, Texas doesn't
Don't
care.
forget grapefruiting.
Grapefruit is
Grapefruit
classic.
is a
Grapefruit
classic.
is a classic.
You cannot.
You could
beat
suck his
grapefruit.
dick while losing weight.
So you sucking his dick and you're burning fat too. Oh my god, you guys remember smell your dick?
What?
It's why you coming home 5 in the morning? Something's going on. Can I smell your dick?
No, I.
Yes, I heard
It sounds
something
familiar.
before.
No, I can't.
It feels like a fever dream, but I think I remember it.
Yeah, no, it's one of those songs, much like the my neck, my back, my pussy, and my crack.
Okay.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those songs. It's a work of art, honestly. So yeah, it's a woman singing for most of it, but it has a rapper at the end, male rapper at the end, and his bar is basically just like, "Yo, bitch, fuck off! I can do what I want." It's amazing. I have to show it to you later.
Man, speaking of dicks.
Yes.
So.
So you're hung like a horse.
No, that's not what
So
I'm
yeah,
thinking.
no, tell us, man.
Okay,
So,
no, that's not.
no, I know where you were going with that, but
All right.
Apparently, you're the true Italian
No.
stallion here.
also, by the way, that movie sucks.
Does it really?
It's not great.
Terrible.
It's really. He talks about betting for like 10 minutes, and then you see a glimpse of his ball sack, and that's about it. It's not good.
Was it Sylvester Stallone or
Yes.
Arnold?
Yes.
Okay. I always get them confused because they both have like.
Well, Arnold is German.
Well,
He's Australian.
Austrian.
Well, see, the thing
Austrian.
is like they both have weird speech patterns, so I always confuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, one's
Honestly-
down from down under.
Like
Well, yeah.
Terminator and
No,
RoboCop,
no,
I would
no.
I just want to be racist.
Okay.
like Terminator and RoboCop. I would always get fucking confused.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah.
Uh,
Really looks similar.
So Arnold, yeah, no, he's Austrian, so that's like that weird. It's not German,
Not
but it's
Ju-
similar.
Yeah.
mm.
Very similar
yeah.
cadence.
And then Sly is just a guy from Brooklyn, but when he was being born, they used that vacuum thing to pull him out, and it slit his neck jaw, his neck.
Oh,
his
so
jawline.
it was
John. Yeah.
So like, it had to be repaired as a child, and so he always just kind of had that kind of fucked up speech. That's why if you ever see his brother Frank Stallone, who's also an actor, he's talks similar because he's got that Boston accent, but he sounds like a normal person.
Oh, that sounds really fucked.
Well, but you know what I mean.
He
like,
sounds like
honestly-
a normal guy.
Yeah, you just talk like a normal guy.
Well, yeah,
He's
but
not
this
me.
is butter.
Really
Good.
good.
It's butter.
Yeah,
He's Sly, he's got a little
It's
bit of that
butter.
mush mouth thing going.
Yeah.
this is my sleek Irish Italian sports car.
Exactly.
room here. Fairly Odd Parents. How
Arnold
amazing.
Schwarzenegger in German.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger.
What a good one.
Who is definitely what the big guy from Fairly Odd Parents is based off of.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Jorgen von
von
Strangle.
Yeah, there we
Jorgen
go.
von Strangle.
With
Toughest
my
berry.
mighty muscles.
Yeah.
I like
Toughest berry in the universe.
I like scrambling the fairies.
Da rules.
Da rules.
So Horsecock, talk to us.
That's a horrible Spec Ops name. I want to behind enemy lines.
Come on, Horsecock.
Horsecock, we need you.
Catch your one is down.
Catch.
Take a foxtrot for Horsecock. We need you.
Horsecock. Horsecock. Horsecock.
Da 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 down. So
Yes.
Cheyenne, is a very.
Likes to talk. Especially when she's had a few.
She's a no. That was.
No, I'm pretty sure that was
she
sober.
was sober.
Yeah.
So we were having dinner. Right. Cheyenne, me, Aaron Marcos decided to join us. Alex was also there, and some other friends. And well, Cheyenne, we were just chit chatting. I don't remember how it got brought up.
We're probably just like, yo, can we see your dick? Or we
No.
might have actually asked her, because that is something we will just randomly ask her.
That
sometimes.
is very
It's like, yo,
logical.
Shay, how hung is he?
And I think this time we got an actual answer.
Well, okay. The reason we got an actual answer was because a few days prior, one of our friends got a boyfriend,
Okay.
and we were like, we want to know everything. We're like, how big is his dick?
Alright,
You know, how's that measure
How
up?
can you tell your new friends, but you don't tell your old friends?
Which friend is it?
Huh, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, you can-
I can't say that right
yeah.
now.
But why didn't you tell us about your dick before though?
because he's always thought of it being average or smaller.
He's never bothered to.
Ah, he's
never-
got a
he's
port.
never-
You really
He's never
do.
bothered to actually measure it.
He really does.
Or
have a
pain.
port.
leave me alone. So
Oh,
we're going
God.
over the dick size,
Mhm.
and she's, she shows about.
Yeah, about, we'll say not quite a black porn star.
No, I'm not talking
But,
about
like-
Cheyenne. I'm talking about my friend.
friend
was
Wait,
okay.
this is how it got brought up.
Oh,
because I was like,
the whole
how
story
big?
of how we initially started talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
it.
how we got brought up.
apparently.
Yeah, so there's some lore to it. This is the prequel
Okay, yeah, I
to,
got
the,
it.
to the
The
event.
prequel to the.
Yeah.
Right,
So-
right now we're right about Attack of the Clones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We'll be marching in New Hope.
66
somewhere.
happening soon, and then.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, so how big is
Mhm.
this, guys?
This
Big.
fella's member.
And
Yeah.
she shows like about
It's normal. It's
yeah,
fine.
and I'm like, I start laughing,
Yeah.
and another friend who you met
Uh-huh.
was also there. Was like, why the fuck are you laughing? And I'm like,
Uh-huh.
well, because it's like,
It's
and
small.
she's like, yeah?
It'll be a little.
and I was like, oh, and then she was like, how's yours?
Yeah.
So I was like, Alex, you were there, and I was like,
like 5, maybe 6.
I was
talking pickles versus cucumbers.
no, I was like, I don't know.
Uh-huh.
And then we got Cheyenne.
Yeah, we got Cheyenne in on it.
Okay. Yeah.
And Cheyenne was like, well, like,
What are we talking
at-
about?
at
9
full-
millimeter or 50
no,
cal?
she was like, well, at
22, right?
at full mass, it's bigger than my hand.
Okay.
And so she was, and we were like, wait, let's get out the measuring tape. And I'm like, okay, it's probably gonna be like 7. And Cheyenne's like, oh, about 9. And everyone's
It's
like,
not. Okay, wait a minute.
Cheyenne's got some long fingers.
yeah, no,
Yes,
she
she
plays
does.
the,
Oh,
she
fair enough,
played
yeah.
the cello. She played the cello. They called her Spider Demon. Because
No,
of
they call her
fingers.
Spider Hands.
Because
A Spider Demon
because
and
she's-
Spider
she's
Hands.
got a very long reach.
She has like her like from
She's,
here to
she's
here.
got,
is, like,
she's got like a whole octave reach.
It's like 7 inches from the tip of her middle finger all the way down to her wrist.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
ridiculous.
That's about
And
Oh, so that's how big you are. Oh, Jacob.
Clearly.
right. No, exactly.
My
like,
man!
no. But the point
my
is,
man.
My man!
we
My
were
man!
we were eating dinner, and then you guys asked, and Cheyenne's like, "Wait, I have this information now. We did this." And so
and then
she
she pulled out the glass Coke bottle.
And then she put half of it down her throat.
Well, later
Now
on
this
that,
half is actually the half that I can.
well,
with the
later
Coke.
on that
the
night,
rest of the Coke I can.
Okay, yeah. Later on that night,
we were like, "Okay, fuck it, we gotta."
we gotta.
There's
we
a
need numbers
problem.
here. Okay.
I failed no November like the morning of.
Yes.
I masturbate once or twice just on the daily.
Mm-hmm.
So my dick's kind of beat up, dude. it's
No, I get that.
so like
You've been going a little too hard. It's just not what it's supposed
the,
to be.
the
It's
issue
not 100%.
the issue that we ran into
Uh-huh.
was that like
You
no matter
lost
what we
3
could only
inches.
get it like half
All right.
because it was too.
You just couldn't get it all the
It
way
was too beat up, and we were like, we just gotta.
Please, massa, no more.
It was very.
Mm.
Why are you like this now?
Oh.
She tried, not for lack of trying,
Yeah.
mind you. But I was like, it's not gonna happen. She was like, well, I'll take 6.5. And then I'm like, okay.
So we're talking one of the big monster cans with the pop top. Gotcha.
It's not. Well, you have to. Maybe we didn't do girth, so maybe like girth is different.
Oh
Maybe
my god, like the.
Alright. Alright.
You're
Put
just
that in
as
your hand,
thin as
tell
a
me.
fucking pencil.
No, it's not a pencil. Well, I don't know. I don't have a.
I don't have a
Does
pencil.
that
on
feel
me.
about right?
Oh my god, horsecock can be confirmed.
Shut up. We're putting this away now. But I thought it was funny because Shine literally brought it up, like, with no sense of, like, maybe he didn't want this
Nah, it's fine, man. We gotta know.
to be shit.
I need to know, just in case, if you need like a penis surgery thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And I could give you my
We've
8.5.
got to be okay. One
It's not a
day-
horse.
Listen, one day when she goes crazy and she chops it up and throws it down the highway, we
Yo,
gotta be able to identify it. All right, we gotta know.
no, because there's a birthmark on the head.
Oh really?
Yeah, I'm not even kidding.
Oh, let's look at it. It's
No, no, there's
We're gonna need pics
That's
for
it,
identification.
officer.
That's
That's
it.
It's like it's kind of like a what is it? Like if you took someone's face and you like rotated it, and then
Yeah.
they still had the
Yeah.
yeah. It's like the beauty mark.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah. What? What? This is
Horrible.
My
No,
man!
we're not fist bumping.
Fist bump it. Fist bump. Yeah. Yeah.
Respect. Look, all I'm saying is one of us has to be the guy that when we're old men and we're all in the locker room, is that one guy that's just like, Jesus! You know?
Hey, who knows? You don't stop growing until you're 20...
No, it's only 25, so
25.
that's whenever you hit the second puberty.
Second people.
The what?
Yeah,
you-
second puberty.
Second puberty.
What?
Everything just stops growing afterwards. Your hormones are actually done developing, and now they just start slowly deteriorating.
They start dying.
Yeah.
That's not a puberty. That's just
Yeah, no.
depressing.
No, like, but it's actually true.
We call that aging. Like,
That's why it's
up until 25, your body is fresh and growing and renewing itself, and then after 25, you start going downhill.
Yeah, so
All
if
right.
you ever need to break a bone, make sure it's before,
Before
you're
you're
25.
Yeah.
all right, let's be
Not that you ever
honest.
planned for that.
Second
but-
puberty is probably gonna happen when I'm like 32. The
No.
way I look,
No.
it's gonna happen.
No.
It happened with my dad. It
No.
was the same shit.
Your dad's cool though.
Oh. Oh, wait, does my dad have a horse cock? Wait,
Probably.
wait.
I think it's genetic.
No.
I forgot the best part of my story.
Why did
Holy shit.
Why did talking about my dad's cock remind you of your story?
So,
Because she
Oh,
talks
wait.
about your dad's cock.
so Caitlin messaged her dad and was like, "So, they gave me some of my mom's letters between the two of you," and all he replied with, "Listen, you were conceived with love." That was all she got back in
100%
reply.
That's
passion.
beautiful. That is actually beautiful.
Passion.
Wait,
felt
did
that
you go
one
through
out.
all of them? What if there's like an illustration of his dick?
I don't want to find
Like,
that.
sure, like
It's
artistic
possible, it's
rendering?
possible. Listen, Alex.
Father-in-law, I've seen how hung you are.
You've hit this
I
next
too.
stage. You're an officially married man. One day the kids are gonna happen, and then you're gonna have to deal with the one day when the kids walk in during the sexy times.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's not a much better way to handle it than it was with love.
I asked.
But never mind the fact that I'm sounding like a dying gorilla.
Yeah.
Never mind the fact that your mother looks like she's crying right now.
Ignore that bruise.
Ignore the bruises. Ignore the red marks. The
God.
fingers around her neck. All right, this is love.
Jesus, it really must look like a gorilla with a kid. Like, it's the fucking crawling
Why
to
is
the
Mario
exhibit.
upside down?
Why was she hanging from the ceiling?
What if he,
Daddy, why do
what
you
if he
have Mom
started?
chained up?
What if he started like a bonfire and he has like a
Daddy, why are
loincloth?
you arresting mommy?
Unga bunga.
Unga bunga.
I'm breeding you a sibling.
Son, let him go away. Just pick him up and throw out the window. Go away.
Tie.
Come back in 3 hours. Go.
Daddy spanked me when I didn't eat my vegetables. I wonder what mommy didn't eat.
My parents just told me I was conceived during a drunk Halloween party.
At least they're honest.
Yeah, no, literally, my dad was like, "Let me tell you, it was alcohol." And I'm like, "All right, that's fair."
I've been there. Yeah.
Man, I am my dad's age when he had my sister.
That's crazy.
Thank
Wild.
God I don't have a child.
Let's see. No, he would
I
have.
thought you were gonna say like, thank God you don't want to fuck your sister.
No.
That would have been a weird segue.
That would have been disgusting.
Very,
To
very-
what? What would we segue into?
I don't
Some
know.
sort of psychological talk? No.
Look, I watched
Listen,
plenty of hentai, and I really want a sister right now.
You are going
At
to
my
Japan,
age.
I am going to Japan soon in 6 days.
too. Yeah. Nice.
Oh,
I
get
did.
those Japanese girls that look all fucking young, but they're actually like 45.
I'm very.
6-year-old porn star.
I'm
I gotta see that.
I'm only nervous because my parents are tin hats.
Mhm.
But other than that, everybody's like, "You're gonna be fine. Just don't leave the airport. Like that's all you need to do."
Totally fine.
Yeah. But I'm excited to go to Japan, check out some shrines and architecture, and do all that fun shit.
Yes.
Take lots and lots of pictures.
Very many.
Dude, if you go to that forest, or not that forest, the shrine with all those foxes, I mean, not the foxes, the deers.
Deer? Yeah.
Yeah, the deer
Bow-
shrine.
bow to the
Yeah,
deer.
don't breathe
Yeah.
through your mouth,
Yeah, you don't want to. You don't want to do that.
Why?
because there's deer shit everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh,
Deer pretty much inhabit the shrine.
Yes, they live there and they spray.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, deck one, by the way.
Yeah, dude, it's super funny
Yeah,
punching a deer.
if
No,
you actually, if they start charging at you, or
Listen.
they want to, you gotta deck it.
Because remember, deer are not, they're wild animals. They
Yeah, that's true.
can be aggressive. They will attack sometimes.
And they
especially
can
if seem
impale you.
weak. No, not those kind of deer.
Oh, they don't
I don't think
do
they
anything?
yeah, I don't think they
I think they follow him down, but even then, like enough speed and run and
Yeah.
force.
Yeah,
It
and
will
they
still
can
hurt.
They can still bite pretty good too, so.
But there's also some cool ones where you can bow to them and they'll bow back.
That's true, yeah.
But punching
But
him
if
can
they
charge
turn
them.
around before they bow, they're trying to give you that back kick. So then hit him with that roundhouse. You gotta beat it.
There's too much tech for
And
Japan.
then, if all else fails, you just
You grab the deer and you suplex it.
Some honest to God advice though.
Yes.
If you ever see a foot-long bug with a shit ton of legs, do not
God,
fucking
no.
touch it.
Run away.
You cannot squish it. You cannot touch it.
No,
You will die.
just get away.
Like-
Or it's become very
No.
millipede.
Millipedes.
Millipedes.
Like how big your cock
They
is,
are,
right?
They have a very thick carapace.
Yes, they are very hard. You're not.
Oh yeah, they have those, huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
They have armor and a billion legs, and they're
Super
about as
armor.
big as your dick.
Do
is.
they? God damn it!
I'm sorry, I actually just straight up sold that.
Yeah, you just fucking did. It's whatever though. It's fine. It's whatever. You know, I'm the producer. I
It
get
took me a
fucked
minute to
over.
realize. There's such a high standard now.
Yeah, man.
It sucks.
You gotta
No.
live up to it.
I have to live up to.
Hey, nice girlfriend. You're gonna have to like open up her room.
Hey, man. You know, those little twinks with the massive cocks do pull in a lot of money.
They do.
That's why if I ever get that
Smash
Smash,
Twink
yeah,
69.
Smash Tweet 69.
I bet you have a very pretty pink asshole.
Let me see your pretty pink pony.
Do you have like those glistening white balls too? They love that shit.
I've
Like the really smooth white balls.
never really paid attention.
Dude, we'll clean you up. When the
How
time
do you
comes.
trim your balls? Like wow.
Oh,
Very
Well,
carefully.
carefully. Yeah,
Very
Alex
carefully,
is all like, I nicked him like.
Do you get
But
a
if you-
special pair of scissors?
Well,
No.
No, you still have to use the razor to get that close
Yeah.
finish.
You can just pull your bat wing out and just
Yeah,
like.
but no, what,
snap.
you grab the sack by the skin and you pull it taut. And,
Yeah, as taut as you possibly
Yeah.
can.
You don't
And
grab,
be
you don't
very
grab your
careful.
nuts and pull them, but you grab the sack because
That's what I thought. Okay, that's fine.
But it
That's
is
dangerous.
still
That's a dangerous game.
very
Or-
slow, very time consuming.
Or you get all that shit bleached and waxed, which is painful but worth it. Smooth like a turtle.
Are you
shell.
waxed?
Have you done it?
No, I've never personally done it, but
Yeah.
Oh, but
easy
you
ways
felt
there.
somebody.
no.
No, you can't use Nair.
I know.
No, you
That's the
just-
joke. That's the joke.
It's like checking off with icy hot.
When I
That was the worst thing I've ever done.
when I wore the maid outfit,
Mm-hmm.
I had a little bit of hair on my thigh, so I used Nair, and I didn't get all of it off, and I had a chemical burn for like 2 months.
Ouch.
Yeah, fucking
Nair's, Nair's.
It burned completely
Yeah.
off the epidermis.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
Yeah, Nair is one of those things that you start using young and you deal with chemical burns young, and then your
Yeah.
skin becomes used to it.
Yep.
Oh, don't worry, my armpits are used to chemical burns because of Old Spice.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Actually, it's the reason I can't use deodorant. Like roll-on,
Uh-huh.
I have to use gel because I get burns.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's really rough.
Fiji for me, baby.
I prefer gels, but I have to use roll-ons because gels just aren't strong enough.
Yeah, it sucks. I have to apply
I
twice
hate
a
the way
day.
gels feel. Like,
Yeah,
I
all
like it.
mushy, right?
See,
Like,
I kind of like that slick, smooth feel.
well, I like the slick smooth, but I don't like mushy, like Marcos was saying.
Yeah, that's
That's-
whenever you just like,
yeah,
it's-
that's,
it kind of like
yeah.
mushes out.
that's true.
I get that. The thing is though, is like dry is like synonymous with me now with burns and irritation. So
Yeah,
like
that makes sense.
for me, like whenever I have like a dry deodorant, I just get like uncomfortable with it. It's
Yeah.
like I'm not used to it.
That makes
I'm
sense.
used to gel now though. But yeah, it really be like that.
Man, we've been
Wait,
all over the place.
yeah, we kind of. Wait, we're only
Deeper.
30 minutes in.
Nice.
Oh, should we do?
We are super ADD this session.
Yeah, I know. We've been
Very weird. all over the
marriage,
place.
cock, my dad's
we
cock.
we barely even touched on the marriage too.
Don't forget your horse cock. Not
Horse
cock,
cocks.
your horse cock.
Horse cock.
I can't look at Aaron because he's looking directly at me.
Donkey.
Not anymore.
Stop looking.
As they used to call
hey there,
me.
sailor.
No! No! What if it's really a disappointment? What if Cheyenne lied to me and
Oh.
somehow rigged the measuring tape?
Oh, that's been my whole life, my guy.
Oh, thank God I won't be alone at least. I love that. Aaron was like, where do we go from here now?
I know, I'm just like, oh fuck.
Well, okay,
So-
well, we can do intros. We can rewind back.
Oh yeah, are we
How's everyone
Are we
been?
reintroducing 30 minutes in? Fuck it, Alex. Well, no, Alex is gonna have their biggest story because you've got a wedding to talk about.
Yeah, there's not too much to talk about. It's a wedding.
It was very
It
humble.
was very nice.
It's very nice.
Very
The
nice.
photographer called it the shortest ceremony he's ever attended.
Yeah, we were in and out of that shit.
Less than 6 minutes. Somebody timed it.
Holy shit.
But I bet they had no regrets going
Yeah.
because dude, I like In-N-Out though.
Yeah, no, that was actually really
it was,
fun.
it was,
We walked up, we took our places, y'all did y'all's thing. It was a very short
yeah, it was
back
super.
and forth.
It was a nice back and forth, and then we could get to the real stuff with like the chatting and the pictures and the having good
Well, I
time.
mean, the people that stayed, but
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't want to remember the bad stuff about it. So
this is fair.
Somebody
Half of
stole
it was just
10
like really bad family
fucking-
members.
yeah,
I think that's every bad
10
experience at a
chicken
wedding, though.
fingies on one plate.
yeah. It was a trip.
It was a trip.
But if that was the worst that happened at the wedding,
Yeah, no, that's
then
It was a
I
pretty
think it was
successful
a pretty successful wedding.
I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah,
And
it was a lot of fun. It was mostly what we wanted, which was people hanging out, talking, having a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've only been
It
to
was not about us.
I've only been to 2 weddings. One of them took 2 hours.
Mhm.
One of them we were in and out, and this third one, I think it was super fun.
very fun.
Yeah.
Great time. We did some awesome pictures. I can't wait for those to come through.
I was
Yeah.
very nervous and fucked up a lot, but it'd be like that.
Yeah, that's just how it would be.
Your speech went really nice.
Yeah, it was a very
Thank
nice
God.
speech.
Your speech
Yep.
your speech more than made up for the other speech.
Yeah.
Was she fucked up during that?
I don't think so, but
Right.
She was 2 shots in.
maybe.
She was 2 shots in, and
Yeah.
she was like, I was like, oh, do you have a speech? She was like, no.
Yeah,
and
she
I was
winged
like,
it.
uh-oh.
She winged it.
Yeah, she completely winged it.
But
Yeah.
that's also why I talked about Caitlin and mine, was just in case.
Yeah.
Did a good job. It was
Yeah.
a nice speech, Jakey.
Yeah, good job, horse.
I unfortunately didn't start recording until about halfway through.
Oh.
I didn't catch all of it, but I got some of it.
That's fine.
Wait, did she throw the bouquet?
No.
No, there was no.
No,
bouquet.
it was completely artificial, and we were afraid there'd be stuff poking out of it. And,
Oh, that takes someone's eye out?
yeah.
That'd be hilarious. Tragedy at a wedding.
I got the bouquet. Does that mean I'm gonna marry a guy now?
No, we were making the joke. No one gets married anymore.
Nobody gets married.
It was really
Hey
fun.
man, Drada's next. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
Calling-
Dorada has to be
I'm
next.
calling you. I'm telling you. And he's gonna throw us a curveball.
And be like, hey, I've been dating this girl behind y'all's back for like 3 years.
I bet
No,
it's Cucumber Girl.
Maybe. Oh no.
He sees her a lot.
No, I think he's already said that there's no, it's all platonic.
Wasn't she dating his brother for a bit?
Yes.
So yeah, I don't know about that. But no. I think Gerardo's gonna be one of those ones where one of these days he meets this girl and it just goes, you know.
I agree with Alex. I think he's just hiding one. That's my theory.
This is Gerardo.
Yeah.
He would do shit like
He
that.
doesn't want to show weakness.
Yeah, he would do shit like that actually.
Yeah.
No,
Gerardo's a very weird guy.
He'd do it for the meme.
He would.
No other reason. Like, not even to like try to spite us or anything.
Yeah,
just
no,
for the
it's
meme.
just it's like I thought it'd be funny.
I thought it'd be funny to hide her from you for several years.
Several years.
What a fucking guy.
It's hilarious.
He's wow.
So yeah, no, he's next.
Yeet cannon.
Oh yeah, so Marcos, what have you been up to?
No, we're gonna do you next.
Fuck, dude.
'Cause I
it's
know
always
you're
the same
trying to-
thing. I don't have a job. What do you?
You got a big trip coming up.
Yes. My parents made me super nervous because I have a 3-hour layover in Beijing and a 17 layover in Beijing on the way back.
Why do you have a layover? Where are you going?
Japan, we established this.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yes, we established this. I'm going to Japan. You warned me about millipedes.
Yes, this is true.
But
Dick bugs, we'll call them.
Jake Bugs.
Dick
No!
bugs.
Jesus, all right.
Sorry.
Now we need a description of your balls.
No, you
I'm
don't.
trying to think of how to turn cockroach into like. James
Oh my
cockroach
god, I
or
bet you his
something like-
balls like turning like they're like raisinets or whatever the fuck.
Oh,
But
yeah, it's
whenever
all-
he's
it's all
fully
the dick.
going, whenever he's fully going, they just
Yeah.
turn into like 2 frozen turkeys
Yeah,
inside of a
it's-
trash bag.
Have you seen those porn stars that are usually like super steroided out and they have like no balls? It's just a little ball. It's a little like
No.
bulb at the bottom of
No,
the base
I
of the dick.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, you know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
They're more
Because-
cocked than bald.
Yeah, it's entirely cocked. They have like no balls, and it's they turtle all the way up. So they just have like a bulb at the base of their dick. It's hilarious.
Okay, well.
Is there anything more disappointing than a porn star with a massive dick and like no cum shot?
I know.
When he,
She's over there working her
Well, she-
heart out,
the
and the
poor
best you
girl
can give her
looks
is
a
3
mess.
piddly squirts.
There was one I saw actually. Now you mentioned it, where it's like girl loses her virginity for the first time, and it was like a car cam video.
I remember.
Oh, I sent it to the chat, didn't I?
this one.
And it was
Go for it,
like,
go for
it was like, he was like slowing down and stuff, and like the girl was like moaning and groaning, and he was like, yeah, no, I'm gonna slow it down so that way you get all the enjoyment out of it. And the dude comes like, alright, this is some bullshit! First and foremost, we all know this dude is slowing it down just because he's about to nut on her! It's so funny.
Is this
No
the
baby.
same one where she stopped mid-orgasm and be like...
No, that was a different one. Oh, I didn't send that to the chat with you
yeah,
guys.
no, which one's that one?
So, like, it was like a hot squirt, right? It was
Okay.
like they were on a train or something. It was this weird perspective, top down.
Okay, yeah.
And it's like this chick just going to town on this girl, and she's fucking screaming her ass off. And he like goes down for the clit and fucking starts working it.
Yeah, yeah.
And she like squirts and she's like moaning and groaning. And it's this violent orgasm.
Oh,
And then she
yeah.
stops and she's like, "Oh my goodness, I've never done that before." And then he like wraps his hands around her throat. And she's like, "Yeah!" Like immediately after. So it's like super hardcore. Then like, oh my goodness,
This little
it's like,
moment of weakness.
no, it's not even weakness. It's like politeness because she was
Yeah,
British.
yeah,
She's
yeah.
like, "Oh my goodness, I've never done that before." The girl's like, "Yeah!" So funny.
Holy shit.
It's so fucking.
You wanna do it again?
I'm gonna bring it up. Wait, who the fuck?
This isn't a beach, this is a bathtub.
I love, dude. That was my fucking favorite.
Who the fuck?
Where have you,
Someone messaged me saying keep Cheyenne close. What?
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 Fucking.
Body found at 3 a.m.
Dude, did you hear about that couple from North
Oh,
Carolina?
sorry.
Japan.
Yeah,
no.
sorry. I thought it was gonna be something funny. It wasn't. It was just a very personal thing that you need to bring up and ruin the thing. Sorry, continue.
So, yeah, no, there's a couple that came here to vacation. No, so they both lost their job in North Carolina, right?
Ouch.
So they're like, you know what, fuck it, we're just gonna pack up the RV and go over to this place and just fucking vacation, right?
Alright, yeah.
And they've been missing for like a week and a half, 2 weeks.
Where did they come here?
They came here and they're just like, fuck it, we'll just go to the beach there and just, vacation for a
that's
little bit.
really-
Oh no.
And they found 2 completely separate shallow graves.
Yeah.
Like they were buried nowhere near each other.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's what's going on with this town right now.
Dude, yeah, there's been a lot of murders.
Dude, there's been a lot of shit
it's
happening.
It's not been great recently.
So I wouldn't be surprised if somebody snapped finally.
Mm-hmm.
Are you saying one of us?
No,
And
not
Are you looking
one
at
of
me,
us.
son of a bitch?
Maybe. You feeling guilty? You feeling guilty, punk? Alright, Jake, you're a good cop. Let's go!
You're a good cop. He actually moved. I got scared.
Feeling guilty? Feeling guilty,
We'll
punk?
never find her!
Bet! We already found her! She was on the beach.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't go to the beach at night when it's just 2 of you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's never a good idea.
No, you have to go with like 6 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need a group.
You have to go.
Yeah,
with
so they're still investigating all that. So that's
Yeah,
fun.
That's fun.
That's one of the few news stories I'm actually kind of keeping up with because I'm
Really.
kind of
Yeah,
intrigued by
that's-
it.
yeah.
Like, it's very interesting.
Well,
Very
dude, they
much.
were okay. So,
So
they
they
were
came from-
Oklahoma.
They came from North Carolina,
North
to here.
Carolina.
So you know they're like they
So,
were probably
I'm-
overly friendly.
They were either overly friendly or they might have already known somebody here. Because why would they come from North Carolina to Corpus?
Yeah.
A lot of people do because they're like,
It's by the beach.
yeah, it's by the
Yeah.
beach. We want
No,
you to
no,
go
no,
anywhere.
Well,
no.
there's so many other places.
They don't
south
know,
of
dude.
us
You
that-
see it? It's glamour shots.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all they show.
Corpus, yeah, and Corpus is marketed fairly well.
It's really weird.
Yeah.
Having grown up here and
Yeah.
It's because
having not seen any of that marketing.
it's
Yeah,
because
no, definitely.
tourism is a big export here. But the thing is that if they're from North Carolina, they could have also been very racist.
Could have been.
Or they could have been overly
Also,
friendly.
if I'm not mistaken, North Carolina is a big meth state.
That could also go.
that could be it too.
And
Hey,
also,
Holmes, I like that RV. You
Listen.
selling it?
let's be honest. If you're nice here,
Mm-hmm.
people tend to kill you.
Well, this is also true.
Yeah, because they don't understand. They think you want to do something, or you just talk to the wrong person so frequently because they're not used to it.
And this is why you don't escalate immediately to the fist fight at the bar.
No, you drop them.
exactly.
No, you drop them.
No.
Whatever you do, you just drop
If they
them.
swing first, then you drop them.
No, you drop them beforehand. This is like me and one of my customers I had before.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he just straight up came in one day. Like, I just told y'all. He's all like, hey, you gave me the wrong fucking part. I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
I was on the phone with somebody, and I just told them their parts, and I was like, okay, we got it.
He's still looking for it.
But before anything, she thought it was me that just said that, like, hey, you gave me the wrong fucking parts. And I was like, yeah, no, that wasn't me. And I hung up on her, got done with her and all that. And then I finally got talking to him, and I was like, yeah, hey, did you not do that in front of my customers or anything? Can you not yell out that? He's like, no, you always give me the wrong fucking parts. I'm like, no, I don't. I know I don't. You want to know why? Because I could just bring it up right now that I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I could bring up all the returns of anything of mine.
I found it.
And then,
Sorry. I'll wait.
And then he's all like, well, I want my parts. I'm like, I'm not going to help you. He's all like, why not? I'm like, I'm not going to help you. You're the assistant manager, though, aren't you? I'm like, yeah. I ain't going to help you, though, because you're being rude. The other person's in the back if you want.
Mm-hmm.
So that whenever he went to the other person, she immediately went like, yeah, hey, I'm cutting rotors. Shut up.
That's really
So
good.
it took about 10, 20 minutes to cut that rotor.
Uh-huh.
And he had to stay quiet, and he was trying to talk bullshit about me to her. And then she comes to the front, and then he just immediately shuts up.
See, this is why I stand by. Marcus doesn't really work retail because this is the only retail place in the world that
Yeah.
like, no, fuck you, you're wrong.
Yeah. Did you want to see it, Aaron?
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah. Okay. Can I play it, Marcos?
Sure.
Maybe not. Well, yeah, I guess sure it's fine.
Put it in your headphones, Aaron.
Yeah. We'll put the headphones in.
It's just audio.
Yeah, it's just audio.
You've seen podcasts just straight up play porn videos.
Yeah.
As long as you don't show anything.
See, look, hang on, hang on.
Okay, yeah.
Just wait.
Okay, so let me describe. Camera's underneath her. He's getting it from the back. He's going for the clit work. She just squirted all over the place.
Wait here.
Play by play.
Wait. Not
This
your
man
hand.
is very hung. This is a very massive penis.
Jacob,
It's
is
about
that
Jake
your cock?
size.
Oh, she squirted again.
Okay, we're 2 squirts in.
Yeah,
then he gets the choke
I
hold.
love that.
Dude,
I love that. Oh, this is never happening. That's one of my favorite fucking things. I laughed so fucking hard. I was hoping the comments.
So you know what's the best? Oh, what was it?
Oh, I was hoping the comments would like bring it up, but they're like, "Oh, it's
No,
so
yeah,
bad."
nobody-
But I was like, "This is so fucking funny."
What I find funny is I used to make the joke that the way I sleep, I get the choke hold on my pillow like I'm choking a bitch during sex, right? That is that exact same. Like, you get the arm around, you put her in the arm. So I had pulled up the Diablo 4 trailer over here because I wanted to get a little live reaction because I haven't seen anything yet.
I haven't seen it yet either.
I don't know if we're set up for this though.
I got mine.
Just play it. Not only that, I don't want to get any fucking copyright bullshit again.
Oh no, that's why I'm because I wasn't gonna
Peggy
like
18.
Oh, well.
if the headphones are they connected?
Yeah, they're already
Getting
connected.
audio because I'm not getting audio.
I'm getting audio.
Are you getting audio?
I'm getting audio.
What the fuck?
Did you even plug yours in as a question?
Yes. Unless I just killed them when you were molesting me.
Alright.
I wonder how we got
Oh, wait. I'm not getting audio.
You're not getting audio, right? So no, that is not hooked up.
Alright, well, then we'll deal with that when we come to it. Wait.
It's connected back there. Where? So
I'm
anyways.
getting audio.
We're getting audio? What the hell? Alright, people, the technical difficulties.
Professionalism.
We were not prepared to do a live reaction.
This is true. Yeah, we should have been prepared, but we were not.
I didn't know it was a thing.
I had mentioned it
It's all plugged
earlier.
in.
So, we are checking. Today was BlizzCon. Or, well, not today, but
Today was the start of BlizzCon.
today was the start of BlizzCon. So
I
far.
think they're only doing 2 days this year. Today, tomorrow.
Today and tomorrow? Okay. Not too much.
Yeah, or if they're doing Sunday, it's just like floor stuff.
Okay. So far, we've had the Diablo 4 announcement, the WoW Shadowlands
Shadowlands.
announcements.
I'm excited for that
I'm
one.
excited for that one.
Yeah.
And Overwatch 2.
Sorry, I
Yeah.
got turned down after the
Job.
excruciating
I
play.
haven't looked too much into Overwatch 2 yet. I actually haven't had too much time to look too much into anything.
Yeah, no. So I haven't seen any of these, so
Um,
I wanted to check this out a little
I
bit.
will say, Blizzard, before they even started opening ceremony,
Mm-hmm.
they hadn't even started opening ceremony yet, and they started off with an apology.
Yes, I heard about this apology.
I've watched the apology.
Yes.
It sounds pretty heartfelt.
Really?
Yeah, it was a lot of accepting the blame,
Okay.
accepting their wrongdoing, and they even talk about they not living up to their mission statement.
All right. I haven't watched the apology.
I
I've
didn't-
only heard for it.
Yeah, I didn't watch the apology either. I actually heard it was soulless.
Yeah, I heard that it was a very
Really?
generic, big company.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
boy,
that's
guys, we
what-
just they didn't quite meet expectations, but we'll get there next time. But like I said, I haven't watched it. so-
Yeah.
I mean, like I can see it,
Yeah.
but at the same time, any big company doing an apology is
Yeah.
going to sound like that.
Yeah.
So I went into it with that expectation.
I mean, that's kind of fair
Like
too.
that's the expectation I was expecting.
Yeah.
So I was pleasantly surprised
All
personally.
right, fair enough. I mean, like I said, I haven't seen it. I just heard it was like an EA apology, where she's like,
No, it was
"Oh
definitely
boy,
better
guys,
than an
we
EA
sure
apology.
didn't. We're we're real sorry to our players. We appreciate you. We'll get it next time." And then next time comes around.
It's definitely better than Ubisoft's apology for fucking Ghost Recon 2 Breakpoint.
Yeah. Oh,
I don't know
God.
that one.
It was bad.
It's
They-
a
they
really
fucked
rough,
up with Breakpoint.
really rough.
Or I think Bethesda recently had put out another apology for some 76 stuff. Oh, that was in the news again today.
Yep.
Was it was 76 was in the news again
Yep.
today?
Yep.
One, there was a broken Halloween event, and then two, the Australian government ruled that they officially do have to give the refunds that people demanded. Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Way to
Yes.
go, Australia!
yeah,
The one time
Fuck
you
yeah.
do one thing right.
because they were trying to be like, nah, it's our product, we can deny a refund if you want. And Australia's government was like, no, consumer rights means you give them their fucking money back.
Yeah.
They were not delivered what was
What,
promised.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Ooh, that feels great.
it does.
That
really
feels
does.
really good.
I'm pretty sure I heard somebody talking. Oh God, it was I think one of the bridesmaids and her boyfriend who was talking about Fallout 76 as though they like actually play it.
I think I might know who that was, but I'm
A certain one who may have had a bit too much to drink.
I got
Yeah.
very upset whenever one certain person was talking about like how America's willing to pay for anything about our services, and they were gloating about Japan having like $3 noodles whenever we played $20 noodles over here, and I'm just like, no, you dumb broad.
Oh, that was one of the
Yes,
older
we know,
people.
but
That was,
I'm just saying,
yeah,
I was very upset because I was like, no, you dumb broad.
yeah,
That's not how it works at all.
that was one of the real adults.
Mhm.
So, anyways, we have the Diablo 4 3-minute gameplay trailer because I don't want to watch the 1-minute one right now.
yeah.
Here, check this out real quick. You go pull it up on YouTube. Hey, this looks like the God of War opening.
Yeah, right? That's
Like a snowy place in a hut.
an old man
alone.
drinking.
Yeah. What is he saying?
The dream continues to haunt me, old friend.
Oh.
It always starts with a journey to a distant land.
So this is
Jake the
Barbarian
dog and
Druid.
Finn the human.
So we got a new class, Druid. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, I really love druids.
Always fun. This looks very much like
Corpses, unthinkable destruction. Senseless slaughter. Brother against brother. Pure hatred.
this looks very Diablo.
And then executions. And then suffering surrounded me. Till my turn comes. Burned my eyes. I waken in terror.
He's holding a lot of weapons.
Yeah.
That barbarian had several. Okay, sorceress, or
Yeah.
witch, or whatever it is in this one. Looks pretty magic usery.
Yeah. Oh,
shooting,
it's some,
eyes, shooting fire. That looks
Yeah.
fun.
is this barbarian?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
definitely
barbarian.
Dual wielding, always awesome.
Yeah.
He's got the barbarian leap. He's got the ground stomp. He's got the rolling thunder.
This might be the druid.
This is definitely the druid. All right, I'm like, yeah, bear
bear.
mode, baby.
Fucking love bear form.
Fuck yeah. All right, druid looks sick as fuck. Barbarian and sorceress look fun, but they look
Dude,
very
there's
much...
mounts in this one.
Oh shit, that's fucking crazy. Actually, I didn't catch that. I
Werewolf?
mean, like I saw it, but
That looks like a werewolf.
it might have been. Yeah, it might have been a wolf form.
It wasn't a wolf, it was a werewolf. Lycanthrope or
Oh,
whatever.
well, yeah, I mean, that's probably where there's fucking vampires and shit and undead.
Yeah.
I like bears.
Bears are awesome.
Bears are cool.
Bears are the shit. So yeah, Barbarian and Sorceress look really fun, but they look Barbarian and Sorceress as they have been. They don't
Yeah.
look too different from their
Well,
previous iterations. Which
Yeah,
is fine.
I imagine you're gonna have your few staples.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they're using all moves that we've seen in like Diablo 3. But I mean, they were great builds back then. They were still fun to play, so
Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be a chance to roll over some of your older characters too. Whose grave was that? Was that Deckard Cain's?
Sounded like it.
So you murdered Diablo at the end of Diablo 3 again.
Yep. So now I guess we're doing the supernatural, where it's the devil's sister or something.
No, God sister. Come on.
Yeah, you're right.
That was the actual. Oh God, that was real.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
God sister.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, Diablo looks pretty fun. I will watch the full reveal trailer later because I don't have 9 minutes.
I'll take the Overwatch one.
You want to do the Overwatch? Or
I
let's
want
do
to do the
Overwatch?
Oh yeah, Overwatch 2, where everyone's making a joke that's just extended DLC pack for $60.
I mean, how much
I mean,
different can
pretty-
Overwatch be?
They
from
want to keep
part
all the
2?
characters so they're not left behind. That's an 8-minute fucking video.
Give me, wait.
Official
wait.
gameplay.
Yeah, I'll
Official
see.
gameplay 3 minute one.
No, pause it.
No.
Pause it.
Oh.
And
Well,
plug
that's okay, we
my.
have a
ad.
fucking
We have an
ad.
ad.
Oh,
Oh, wait,
Oh,
this
Death
is a great
Stranding!
game.
Fuck yeah! Oh, there was a Rick and Morty thing for Death Stranding today too. That was fun.
November 8th.
Yep.
November 8th, dude. That's fucking next week.
Wasn't it supposed to come out on Halloween?
No.
No.
No, I think
That's all
I think it's been November for a while.
Yeah. Fuck, that's so soon.
Dude,
Play.
hell yeah.
Alright, you ready?
7 days. Literally a week.
Literally a week, yeah.
I can hear perfectly fine.
Good.
Maybe you just killed your headphones.
Maybe I just killed my headphones.
To be fair, Marcos was tickling your asshole pretty
Yes,
hard
yes.
when you were shifting.
Mm.
And we're not, like, being... Okay, there's Lucio. Yeah, this is gonna be one of those things where they want to keep all the same characters. So they can't be that different.
Let's see here.
Oh yeah, there's the bots that we got.
Oh my god, they look like the same bots from not Overwatch, Destiny.
God, that was a bad line.
Oh, story missions. That's kind of cool.
And I'm excited for
PvE
the
is
story.
fun. Yeah.
Oh, we're getting older, Reinhardt. Or
No, he's already been old.
has he been-
Yeah.
I look older. We got some upgrades for our
Oh, look.
boys.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I would assume everyone has had like some significant
Dome
upgrades.
Fist.
Hey, he looked pretty pimpin'. Hey, look, everyone's favorite character, May. But I mean, yeah.
Wow.
Hey, look, the whole cast is there. Route 66.
So, yeah.
It's all the same areas.
Highly replayable co-op.
Yes, that's what Overwatch is.
Yeah, right?
You're
I
advertising.
mean, I like PvE games.
PvE, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like we don't have a lot.
You don't have to worry about balancing PvE.
This is true.
Yeah.
You can do fun stuff with PvE. You can do like
Well,
the
yeah.
5v1 one superhero and stuff. Or
Oh, okay. So you're actually getting some like different ability
Okay, so
modifiers
you're-
or stuff.
Yeah.
So they're
How-
just
so you can
ripping
modify
off
how they
RPG
work.
mechanics.
Destiny.
Yeah.
I was saying it's only carry over to the PvE.
Yeah.
I imagine, yeah.
What if this was
God, dude, fuck May.
Oh, that's pretty cool though. Some synergy.
Yeah. New PvP mode push. It's fuck, what is it called? Conquest? Or,
Yeah.
Siege? In MOBAs?
MOBAs.
Where you're pushing the siege weapon or the
Oh yeah, siege mode for like Smite.
yeah.
It looked like kind of similar, but it also looked different.
No, they look the same.
Well, that's always kind of been Overwatch's things, where it takes like those concepts, but it makes them a
A
little,
little unique.
yeah, a little unique, a little bit more
Um,
consumer friendly for the normal person.
Yeah, no, that one just looked to be like whoever. It looked to be like a different push the payload kind of thing,
Yeah,
where whichever team had it controlled which direction it was going.
probably, yeah. Like a,
I really hope they don't do it so one team is Blackwatch and the other team's Overwatch, and it's like a
Well, yeah,
it's like a bots thing.
Oh yeah.
I think that'd be really fucking stupid to do with a co-op.
I just think that they got to do something special because Overwatch, I feel like you can only do so much, and to be in Overwatch 2,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, I think I'm just.
it's
gonna
not an
stick with
Overwatch expansion pack. It's not.
I'm so far
I'm
not,
gonna wait for initial reviews.
so
personally.
far not blown away by either. But then again, I'm not
Yeah.
a big fan of Blizzard, to be fair. So
Yeah.
I used to be a really big fan of Blizzard.
good. What
I'm
me?
literally,
used to be.
I'm literally only in it for WoW and somewhat Diablo.
I'm in it just for watching. That's
Oh, you're
kind of
gonna do
been dead.
Shadowlands?
Shadowlands. Let's see.
This one's only like 5 minutes.
Yeah, we can do that one.
So this is like the official like trailer for it.
Official trailer.
The cinematic trailer.
Oh yeah, official cinematic trailer. Sorry.
Because they also have an in-game trailer too.
So what's the? Did they apologize or anything for China?
Yeah, that's what that
That's
apology
what it was
was.
for.
Was it for? Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, so we're looking on Ice Crown
That's
Citadel, the home of the Lich King,
This is true.
the
That's where
ruler of
Death
the
Knights go.
undead.
It looks pretty.
Scourge, not undead. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like one of the coolest areas.
Oh yeah. This is Sylvanas Windrunner, the leader of the undead
Oh,
faction.
Sylvanas, I love you so much. She's so hot.
She's mustache twirling villain now.
I
Yeah,
hate
isn't she,
that.
like Resident Sleeper, like boring.
Yeah, in game, yes, but there's been a lot of lore outside of the game that's
Yeah,
kind of makes her motivation seem clear.
but in game, it's been very much just I'm evil. Yeah, He-Man. Who's on the fucking throne now?
Bolvar.
The fuck is
Bolvar 4. Bolvar 4 dragon.
Oh, he looks cool.
So there was in front of the Wrathgate when we were fighting the Lich King the first time. Somebody unleashed the plague upon everybody that was there, and so to cleanse it, a red dragon came and blew fire all over everybody, and he was
Okay.
consumed in that.
All right.
So since his life was pretty much over, he took up the mantle of Lich King to control the undead to stop them running rampant.
All right. Makes sense. I mean, that's a good way to do it.
But
And
now he's
then,
like a super evil guy.
and then
Not
she
even-
comes
No,
in.
she's super evil.
She's evil.
Oh.
Yeah,
So-
so then she comes in
I
and
don't know.
murders.
Yep.
I don't know this lore, so I'm gonna go with whatever.
Yeah. So it's been hinted at for a while that Ice Crown is a very special place, as we will find out.
Oh, he's got the force.
Kind of.
little
Like
bit,
that's how
yeah.
a lot of the magic in WoW is.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
It's really cool in my opinion. Like players can't do much of that stuff, but
Well,
seeing other people do it's always cool.
You know what you can do it in? D&D, baby.
Yeah.
this is true.
Love D&D.
But you
So
kinda
this
just have to
is
do it in your head.
pretty. This is one of the staple Death Knight abilities, Remorseless Winter, that he
Mhm.
used.
Or you just like surround them in a blizzard.
Yep. I do like the big two-handed hammer though.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Also, I just love him smacking her with bits of the throne.
You're here for the throne, bitch. Take it. Oh shit! She's got those magic arrows.
A bit of lore with this magic is it's a type of magic that even the Blood Elves haven't seen before.
So
The
it's some
blood
special
elves
kind of dark
are-
magic.
Yeah. The Blood Elves are really into like different kinds of magic and whatnot.
Yeah.
And for not even the Blood Elves to have seen this magic before, it's kind of scary.
Alex is nerding out.
I am.
That's
I am
He
very
knows
much.
his lore. He very much knows his WoW lore.
fair.
Like you know
Also
your
just
Halo
trying to give
lore.
some commentary.
Yeah, that's why I said.
Yeah, well, no, I'm appreciate that too. I do like the purple effect for her.
Dude, the
magic.
purple effect is
It's
really
so
cool.
Yeah.
Oh no, she seems.
She's got the
too
force
OP.
too.
She's way too OP.
Yeah.
Oh shit, no.
Now rub your tits on his face.
Ow.
Yeah, no, so that crown itself has a lot of power in it.
It's the Helm of Naboo, basically.
Naboo?
The
Yeah.
Dr. Fate in DC.
Yeah.
The Doctor Strange version in DC.
He came first though.
It's true, but I'm talking to Jacob about what he would know.
He doesn't know. She's got a nice pussy.
Probably, yeah.
I imagine
That's edgy.
Yeah, this world is a prison.
Yeah. Well, hey, WoW's always been pretty edgy.
Yeah.
Oh no, she's gonna put on the dome now. I'm gonna put on the helm now. Oh no,
She's
she's gonna
breaking
destroy
it?
it.
She's
Oh, shit.
breaking it.
That's interesting.
So is this gonna be Cataclysm Part 2? Where the whole world... Jesus.
So yeah, remember how I was talking about Icecrown being a very special place?
Oh, okay, so yeah, it's the...
It is where the veil between essentially Azeroth and a darker version of Azeroth,
and
the
the
Shadowlands,
multiverse,
the Shadowlands.
and the Dark Earths.
Yep. By the way, that's not a structure
No.
floating up there.
Yeah, it's just a reflection.
No,
Mm,
that's not a structure.
what?
That's not a building that was floating up there.
Or was it just a rock?
No,
Oh, it's a ship. Oh,
no, it's a It's a being.
Oh, it's a being.
Yeah, I
It's a-
saw it. And I was like,
That's-
that's not a ship.
I want to roll that
That's
back
that's
a little
not. That's a being.
bit. I want to roll that back. I want to see that one more time. So, WoW has done like the Elder God and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They've done the
This
space
is-
stuff.
You wouldn't be able to tell me that's a...
Yeah, it's kind of hard to notice, but
I thought it was just a
Okay.
reflection.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
it was like the mirror of the town.
okay, I might be thinking of the other one where there actually is a big being that looks similar to that.
Okay.
Well, that's neat.
But yeah,
So tell me what's up with this new expansion because
so
you only get so much from cinematic trailers.
from
Especially no one watched it with us.
yeah. So what I'm kind of speculating, like I said, all I've seen is the cinematic trailer
Okay.
so far.
You didn't read
So
up
what
on
I'm
any of
personally speculating,
that? Okay.
without looking anything, there's more out.
Yeah. I'm gonna look it up as you talk.
But what I'm thinking is, so the Shadowlands, whenever you die in game, you kind of go into like a kind of grayscale version of the world.
Yeah. So that's what the Shadowlands
That's what the Shadowlands are. It's pretty much the spirit realm.
Mm-hmm.
For D&D lore, it's ethereal plane.
So we've opened the bridge
So
to the underworld.
she's essentially opened and connected the two worlds. Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
That is my understanding of all of that. So we're gonna get a lot of. It seems like it's essentially going to be Wrath of the Lich King 2.0.
Okay.
Because all of the allied races we got with this newest expansion are going to have Death Knight models now. Even the pandas.
Oh fuck yeah.
I think the pandas. I don't know for sure, but I know for sure the allied races.
We'll have a new central hub, 4 new leveling zones. Leveling zones was a cool thing they introduced in. Was it this one? Battle of Azeroth?
No,
Ones that scale with your
Legion.
Legion.
Yeah. Well, leveling zones have been in all of them, but it's continuing the concept they introduced in Legion,
yeah.
where you can do the zones in whatever order you want to.
Mm-hmm. And they kind of
So you can kinda just
with
take-
your characters. You're always
Yeah, you're always right about the right level.
max level end games. Someone called the Maw.
Ooh.
So it would be Covenants.
Covenants instead of factions,
Yes.
Oh!
Yeah. So that was a neat thing to happen with this with this last
Mhm.
patch. Is essentially the faction war is done.
Mm-hmm.
After they booted Sylvanas out, she had her big "I'm evil" moment.
Yeah.
They were, the Horde was like, we can't have another war chief. We literally will not survive.
Yeah.
Can you
as a
stop?
planet."
What?
It's fine.
It's hard to focus with this in my ear.
Bold anyway.
See?
As you assist each faction, they reward you with faction-specific gear and 2 special abilities. One that's specific to your class and 1 universal ability specific to that faction.
That's pretty cool.
Or, well, Covenant. Once you complete the main campaign and reach the new level cap, you'll choose a Covenant to align with. This unlocks those faction-specific abilities permanently, along with a specific armor. Choosing a Covenant will unlock a long quest that will comprise much of Shadowlands endgame, so you'll have your endgame quests.
Okay.
Covenants also unlock an endgame progression system called Soul Binding.
Mm-hmm.
Not much has been said on that yet.
Okay.
Some new
I'm
dungeons, of
very
course.
nervous about the game progression systems.
Mm-hmm.
It was okay with the artifact weapons.
Mm-hmm.
It was okay. The sucky thing with that is there were no actual like weapon drops throughout that entire expansion.
Yeah,
So the weapon you
used-
got at the beginning of the expansion was essentially what you used throughout the
which
entire.
is definitely not fun.
It's
in
not
that
fun,
type
but
of game.
it also unlocked like a second talent tree kind of.
Yeah,
thing.
no, that's true.
So
kinda
it was
cool being able to like-
cool in Legion as like a one-off for the expansion,
Mhm.
but then they brought it back in Battle for Azeroth with the Heart of Azeroth necklace,
Yeah.
and that was also kind of cool in
Like-
concept, but shittily executed.
Yeah.
To where you had a headpiece, shoulder piece, and chest piece that the heart necklace
Mhm.
empowered.
That's
So as-
right, yeah.
So as it leveled up, you unlocked more traits for the
those
head.
pieces.
There's like, the outer ring was something for your class. The middle ring was something for like just some like basic utility
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And
Your stats
the
up,
very
sure.
middle one was just a very boring item level increase. Just basically beefed up some stats on it.
Yeah, basically. I'm strong
So-
on stuff.
It's it was neat in concept, but it became very grindy and it
Mhm.
sucked because you could just get a piece fully unlocked, and then you would go do a dungeon or something, and then you'd get a better piece,
Yeah.
but also have higher level requirements for
Mhm.
it.
And you'd have to
So then you'd have to wait till
grind
you.
for
So you're initially excited because I got a new piece of equipment.
that you can't use.
I can use it. I just can't unlock the cool stuff for it that I already have with this
Yeah,
piece I'm
yeah,
currently
okay,
wearing.
yeah, fair enough. Second biggest feature for Shadowlands, Torghast, the Tower of the Damned.
Ooh.
It is an endless dungeon with roguelike elements.
Okay.
You can explore either alone or with up to a party of 4.
Okay.
So it'll be randomized anytime you enter.
Okay.
You'll gain special abilities each time you enter.
Mm-hmm.
And they're designing it so it should always prove a challenge for any group of players that were to enter, whether you go solo or you go with your group or whatever.
I'm interested. I
Yeah.
hope they don't fucking shit the bed with it.
Yeah.
It sounds very promising, initially.
And then, of course, a new max level zone, inspired by how challenging WoW Classic is.
What?
It says the new max level zone, the Maw,
Uh-huh.
will be inspired by how challenging WoW Classic is.
Okay.
So you'll have to work for it a little bit.
Yeah.
And then the low
I'm
cap.
thinking it's going to be like enemies that actually do something and
Mm-hmm.
can use abilities instead of just run up and smack you.
And then besides some new character details and models, and Death Knight models for everyone, and Death Knight being available for all character types.
For all races?
For all
Nice.
races. Level cap being switched down to 60.
Yeah, I was expecting that.
Down from 130. So
Yep.
it was
Well,
squishing
120 down to the new level cap being 60. So the 120s are getting squished down to 50, I'm guessing.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see what you mean.
I'm hoping maybe 55.
Yeah, current level 120 characters will be level 50, and the new level cap will be 60. So you'll get to grade those 10 levels again.
Yeah. Which I'm kind of okay with it, because getting 130 levels sounds daunting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even though it essentially takes
Oh.
about the same amount of time, it just sounds daunting.
New starter zones.
You have starter
New
zones.
starter zones.
Okay.
And then once you reach level 10, you can choose whatever expansion to jump into. Until you reach level 50, that you can begin the Shadowlands.
I am excited with that.
Alex is happy.
So, wait, does that mean you can get, like, 10 through 50 in a single expansion, or would you have to go through a couple of expansions?
Doesn't say anything about that.
I'm very curious to find out.
That'd be cool.
Because that would be cool, because, like, you know what? I want this character to go through Burning Crusade.
Yeah.
Or I want this character to go through Pandaria or Draenor or
I mean, I
Legion.
imagine if you can choose which one, then yeah, they'd have to. Because if you couldn't
Because that's a
choose-
lot of content to skip
Yeah.
over.
Yeah, that's true.
But also, that's a lot of levels to do in a single expansion that's only meant for like 10 levels.
That's true.
So it kind of is. So I'm kind of wondering about how fast the leveling's going to be,
Well,
but that's only going to be
especially
answered when the PTR comes out.
Yeah. Especially considering they're squishing it so much.
Yeah. Oh, the squishing it almost exactly in half.
Yeah, that's great. Looks cool. Well, let's see what happens.
Yeah. I'm probably going to be a sheep and pre-order it. One of the only companies I'll pre-order from, because at least for like the first 10, 20 hours, I know I'll enjoy it.
That's fair. I don't trust Blizzard enough to pre-order.
Yeah. It'll probably be the only thing from Blizzard I pre-order.
FromSoft and Platinum are the only two I trust enough to pre-order.
My
Yeah.
only 2 pre-orders ever.
Which one?
Was it Black Ops 2
Yeah.
and Infinite?
Yeah.
Ah, to be fair, worth it on both of them.
Yeah.
I don't know what I don't know what you guys are talking about. I pre-order a fuck ton blindly. I do like
Yeah.
Yeah.
War for Cybertron. Halo 4 was a mistake. Halo 5 was a mistake. Persona 5 was not a mistake.
Not a
I
mistake,
got the
yeah.
Take Your Heart version of that one. That was
With
such
the metal case and
It's so
everything.
nice.
yeah, metal
It's
case
so
box
awesome.
in
I
the
love
box
it.
in the bag, which I
You
don't know
get
what the bag
the
is.
bag, you get a little Morgana. You lost your bag?
Yeah, I
You
don't know what the bag
motherfucker.
is.
Wow.
Wow, Jacob. Dude, that bag is perfect for carrying a PlayStation.
Yeah,
It fits in it
What a
perfectly.
coincidence!
Yeah, right?
What a
I
coincidence!
know, right?
So yeah, no, I pre-order games all the fucking time.
You see, I would have thought.
Or I
after-
used to.
Yeah.
I don't trust game companies anymore.
Yeah,
So
well, that's it. It's like I don't
Mhm.
trust them anymore.
I
I didn't used to pre-order because I never had the money to pre-order back in the day.
it's
and
like
now-
$5.
Well, I was.
Yeah, but for the whole thing,
If I
though,
was
it's
gonna
like
pre-order-
$150.
Oh, I would never pre-order like to that extent. I would just like
Oh, like the $80 version.
Yeah,
like,
like
you
that,
get the
yeah.
little
Yeah.
backpack. No,
Yeah,
except for the Persona.
I needed that.
No, I never pre-order like the deluxe versions
Yeah.
ever.
That's fair.
I did an Assassin's Creed. one.
Actually, I take that back. Dishonored 2.
Oh yeah, the mask.
Yeah, the mask that isn't actually the right size to be a mask.
No, it's a display piece.
Yeah. Which, I mean, a little bit of reading would have answered that for me, and I wouldn't have been disappointed, but still. It still looks really good.
Yeah.
You
and
remember
there's a
the
ring.
Spider-Man Deluxe Edition that had the spoiler statue? It was a statue that came in a box that said, "Hey, do not fucking open this box until you've reached at least this mission."
Yeah.
I didn't actually never found out what the spoiler statue was.
But you know, it's
Uh-huh.
now I just don't trust companies now because
Yeah,
like
no, it's just
they always try to pull shit.
Well, and then with Blizzard's Deluxe Edition pre-orders, it's all digital stuff. And so it's like,
Yeah, it's kind of irrelevant. I like to have something physical.
Yeah, if I'm pre-ordering a deluxe, for sure.
For the most part, I feel like when it comes to game companies nowadays, they just don't try anymore with their pre-orders.
Yeah.
I mean, they just don't try.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, let's release this half-polished, buggy mess.
I mean,
and
you guys
fix
saw
it in post.
WWE 2K20, right?
To be fair, I don't know what you were expecting from a WWE 2K game.
At least the bare minimum of what they've been the last few years, which is a fairly competent,
Character
current gen-ish looking game.
Yeah.
They at least look current generation. They don't look like they're fucking PS1 games.
See, the issue is it's not. I can't even get mad at the developers
No.
because it's definitely the
Time constraints.
No,
Yeah.
it's the investors, and it's the people they have.
And the fact that they have less than a year to work on them.
Yeah, they're literally like, oh, just make it happen.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, well, you know, because developers, they understand the limitations of what they have to work with.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, okay, well, you know, I don't know if we can do it. And they're like, no, make it happen. You
No,
don't
you're
understand.
gonna do it.
And then they can't, you know what happens? They make a shitty product, they
Mhm.
release the shitty product, the investors blame the developers, even though
Yeah.
they gave them a ridiculously small constraint
And
of
then
time.
the consumers blame the developers because they don't care enough to look into it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And then the developers get shut down.
Yeah.
Even though, and then the cycle just repeats. Like EA's investors are the problem. They shut down Visceral Games because they
Yeah.
thought Dead Space 3 was a commercial flop. Even though the investors were the ones that wanted them to have human combat and wanted them to rework their whole story and have them focus on co-op play.
And timeline. Co-op play was definitely
It was
a must-have.
thought. It was thought
It
about.
was definitely a must-have, I would say,
It
because
was-
it's really fun.
No, in Dead Space, they thought about it, but then they realized that the cramped interiors of a space station would be good. So when they did Tau Volantis, they were like, oh cool, there's an open area we may be able to do co-op. And then they're like, make guns microtransactions. And they're like, what? And they're like, yeah.
So
have
then,
DLC.
are you complaining about the co-op play or the actual transactions through it? Because I
I'm-
think co-op is cool.
I'm
The
not
transactions
complaining
is
about
bullshit.
the co-op play. I'm complaining that the investors just kind of wanted them to hammer it in. And you know what it was? they had an idea, and there's a lot of YouTube videos about this that you can look into, or like Dev Diaries, where they had an idea where like you were going to be playing alongside this like mysterious character,
Yeah.
and the second player gets to control him. And what it is that second player gets to be Shadow Isaac.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's one of the player basically plays as one of Isaac's visions
Yeah.
throughout the whole game.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that
but-
would have been cool.
But
Yeah.
they didn't want that because they were worried it would be too dark. So they made him a nameless soldier named Carver.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Disgusting. But I mean, that's a story that comes out all the time, where a game that's critically loved and
Scalebound.
does
Oh,
well.
Scalebound had so much
That's
potential.
not even where I was going, but why?
It would have been a hit. We're still talking about
We're
it.
still talking about it.
It was like it was definitely
You
like
could
2017.
ride dragons
No,
for fuck's
It
sake.
was a launch game for the Xbox One.
It was supposed to be a launch game.
It was
gonna
supposed to
be
be a launch
good.
game. It was gonna be. It was a platinum game with dragons.
Dragons.
It was a platinum RPG with dragons. You know what it was, Jacob? It was Automata before Automata.
Yeah, it would have been good.
Would have been amazing.
But
No, but I was. Oh, sorry.
No. Oh, I was gonna say like yeah, and I'm gonna keep like I get that developers do it, and for the record, I'm gonna keep complaining about it
Yeah.
until shit changes
Yeah.
because nothing's gonna change if you don't complain about it. You shouldn't just accept shit for how it is.
Yeah, this is, I mean, it's just the shitty way investors are. It's a consistent story that comes out all the time. Or a game that comes out, critically loved, does fairly well in the market, but wasn't the big blockbuster hit that they wanted,
Mhm.
is considered a critical failure. Because
They hold it such stupidly high
Because it
expectations too.
didn't
It's like
push-
4 million copies, even though like Halo 3
Yeah.
sold like 7 million.
Yeah.
And like
And that was over its entire lifespan.
yeah.
You know what it reminds me of? This is going way out there. You guys aren't going to be able to relate to this
What
whatsoever.
does it remind you of?
So there's this little known country musician named Garth Brooks.
Little known.
Little known, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you may have heard of him. And
I'm not sure if you were trying to be facetious or not, but I have heard of him.
I have no idea who Garth Brooks is.
Garth Brooks is actually the biggest musician in America,
Really?
topping Beyonce, any current pop artist.
Okay.
He consistently sells more than any other musician in America.
How have I never heard of him?
You've guaranteed heard of him. You just don't have the name associated with it.
Probably.
Okay.
He
What song does he make that I know?
a bunch of shitty country songs.
My Little
Oh,
Pony.
okay.
Um,
One of those songs. One of those.
have you
Okay.
heard the I got friends in low places?
Oh
I
yeah,
got
yeah,
friends.
Yeah, okay.
Shut up now, because Garth.
yeah.
Anyways, I mean, he was one of those musicians that sells out Super Bowl stadiums
Yeah.
in hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just like how My
But,
Chemical Romance sold out.
A few.
$149 a ticket.
Yeah, of course, that's a reunion.
That's a fucking cheap ass price for that.
Yeah.
But so Garth Brooks had a little creative depression, I'll call it, a few
Okay.
years ago, where he decided he was kind of done being Garth Brooks.
Okay.
So he went down to Australia, and he became this guy named Chip Gaines.
Chip what?
Chip Gaines.
Chip Games?
Chip Gaines.
You ever have so much money you can just decide to be somebody else?
And-
Yes.
And I will pull up the side by side for you so you can see it. Chip Gaines became an emo pop singer.
Okay.
Sorry, not Chip Gaines. Chip Gaines is another guy. Chris Gaines, I think.
Okay.
Something Gaines. That sounds. Chip Gaines.
Gains them pussy.
Remember those Chip and Joanna books we used to have to sell at Target all the time?
Oh yeah.
That's Chip Gaines, but Chris Gaines is, Garth Brooks' alter ego. And
It's like Miley Cyrus and Hannah Montana.
yeah, actually, the thing is, I don't get what he was trying to do because he was trying to get away from being Garth Brooks, so he became a musician in somebody else's name, or he was still putting out music, right?
Yeah.
But instead of country, it was like emo pop music.
I mean, like, I guess it's a change in.
That's Garth Brooks. That's Chris Gaines.
So
That's the same person.
is this a why is there
This is like a weird little breakdown that he had, right? So then, because it's still Garth Brooks and he's still going to put out music, he puts out a record under the name Chris Gaines. And it pushes 1 million copies and goes double platinum. And he considers it his biggest failure.
yeah. There are people. What is it? There was like a dude that was in Nirvana, right? And he got kicked out of Metallica and considered himself a failure or something like. I don't remember the band.
This does not sound right.
There was. See, without names, it's not going to sound as good. but
Mhm.
I'm going to probably fuck this up. But it was basically like this musician was in an up and coming band.
Mhm.
We'll say Metallica, right?
Okay.
Just for shits and
It's
giggles.
alright,
For
yeah.
shits and giggles.
Just to have a name.
Just put a
on it.
name on it. Yeah.
Well, he got kicked out of the band because they thought he wasn't good enough.
Okay.
So he says, you know what? Fuck it. I want to prove to them that I am good enough.
Okay.
So he, joins another band. We'll say fucking Nirvana.
This is entirely wrong. Go ahead.
I don't know. Wait, does Nirvana do better than Metallica? We could just split the
Yes.
names. Okay, well then he got kicked out of Nirvana, joined Metallica. Whatever. It doesn't
These are
matter.
also like different eras, but it's fine. Okay.
Oh. Basically, the point I'm saying is what happened was his band,
Mhm.
while a household name,
Yeah.
like Metallica, Nirvana,
It's
Green
just never
Day.
as big as the other band.
Yeah, which
That
is
he
just
got
never
kicked out of.
Yeah, they got kicked out of. He made millions,
Mhm.
billions probably. He considered himself a failure
This
because he never got as successful as them.
This sounds great.
So if you just like measure yourself up to somebody else, you're always gonna fuck that up.
This is the weird part, though, is that they like sometimes you measure it against yourself, but you don't consider what went into it at the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
example, like Jacob's a horse cock, and
Yeah.
somehow, some way, we're elephant cocks to
Well,
him.
you guys, but like
It's a good
Jacob's the
callback.
horsecock when he's had a few days to recover. Right now, it's not going to be full horse. We're talking like mastiff, maybe.
Maybe a mastiff. But yeah, that's the thing that's really weird about it. Is people just like measure themselves up.
Success is weird, man.
Yeah, success is
fucking weird.
super weird. Now, what do you consider success, Aaron?
A giant cock.
Massive.
That's pretty up there.
Like at least half of what you're reckon.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant
No,
half. Like mine's half of
No,
it.
no. I mean, like I want half of what
No,
you got.
stop
I want
that.
at least
Stop
half of
it.
what you got, and then I can die happy.
What's your
now.
secret, Jacob, of your horse cock?
Okay, so when I was
Doctors hate him.
what if Giant's lying?
Are
We've
you-
never
are you-
measured it full mass.
Are you-
And
part
she's
of
never
that?
given us a reason to actually believe that you lied to us.
Are you part of that tribe that starts joking themselves at like 6 years old, so that by the time they're adults, they have to tie their dicks in knots?
What?
Yeah, there's an African tribe.
yeah.
Alright.
Their cocks are so big they could actually wrap it around their waist and they can tie it up.
Yeah,
What's this tribe called?
they start joking
Hang on.
themselves at a very
No,
young
you're
age.
fucking with me.
No, this is like totally real.
I'm looking this up. Hang on. African
Don't forget, this is.
tribe cock.
I don't want to. This is
No.
offensive in any way, but this is the same place Jankum came from.
Who?
Jankum?
Jenga?
Jankum.
I don't know what that is.
Jankum is when you piss and shit into a bottle and you put a balloon over it. And
Oh,
then you let it ferment
yeah.
in the sun for a few days.
Yeah.
To really capture all that methane gases.
I don't see anything like this. Also, I should not have.
What did you search? Massive cock.
African
tribe.
African tribe cock. African tribe cock. Well, you said they put them in
Yeah, no,
knots.
you're right. I'm sorry.
So
Well, try all.
I should have probably went for like incognito. So that's in my search.
That might have helped.
I'm gonna get cock knock recommendations now.
FBI's looking at, he's looking at cocks now.
Dude, cock nods.
Tribal penis stretching.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
So who's gonna get Disney Plus?
I'm hella debating it.
Aaron, please find this.
Well,
tribe.
actually, I think I get a free year of Disney Plus because of Verizon.
What do I look at? African
yeah.
Right,
tribe.
this African tribe from Togo and Benin were experts in penis enlargements. I
Would
don't know
you-
if they're gonna pull up. They're gonna show any pictures, but yeah, no. Basically, it's so there's this thing called jelking, and it's imagine you're milking a cow, but the udder is your penis. All right,
Squeeze and pull.
squeeze and pull. Exactly,
Squeeze and pull.
Squeeze and pull.
like that?
Jesus, my guy.
Like that?
But
Jacob, is that you?
No.
so they start very young, and when you start doing that very young and you do it very consistently for your entire life, it starts growing longer and longer until they reach the point that they've got a fucking tentacle flopping around, and they have to tie it up to keep it under their little. I don't know what those would be called. The skirt thing that they wear. I'm sure there's a
loincloth.
loincloths. I'm sure there's a
There's a
probably
proper term.
yeah. That
I'm
looks
almost
like a.
positive.
Hell,
That's a
pizza.
Chicago dish.
God, that sounds really good. Oh, wait, we still got pizza.
I keep
Can we take a-
I keep seeing this
Back
picture
here.
of like this grayscale gentleman's cock.
Yeah, man.
I can't find it. I just keep seeing black dudes' cocks.
Yeah, I think they're like
How is that a problem, sweetie?
the experts of stretching out the human body.
Yeah.
Because they also do like the neck stretching and
The
stuff.
neck stretching,
The
I will
massive,
say,
like discs in their lips.
I
and stuff.
did that for a week when I was younger,
Really?
like 14. That was it though.
You did neck stretching?
No.
No. Oh.
The
Yeah,
dick
yeah,
stretching.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, and then I would do dick ups.
Yeah, I gotta take your dick ups, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
They-
yeah, dick ups.
They're hard to
That's
do,
totally-
honestly, sometimes.
You gotta do towel raises. So
Towel.
when you get a boner, you put a towel on it and you pop it up, and that gets works your kegel real good. And that's why you can stop your stream real good. It also gives you how can I put it? More distance.
Oh,
It builds up the pressure before the
Oh.
valve unleashes a
who's
little
the
bit more.
cum shot legend?
Me.
What's his name? I used to know his name.
fuck.
Yeah, his name's actually the cum shot legend. He can shoot like 6 feet.
Yes, yeah, and it's like such a simple fuck.
It's a really basic ass white
Yeah,
dude
no,
name.
it's just a very generic white dude name.
Alright,
I know-
cool.
I-
Adding to my search history, cum shot legend.
I know Ron Jeremy is like
Peter
the
North.
dick
Peter
legend.
North.
Okay.
Peter North, no, not Ron Jeremy
It's
is
the
dick
dick
legend.
size legend.
because
Yeah.
that dude is massive.
Yeah.
Even as a fat, schlubby old man, he's still huge.
It's
Yeah.
just a random white guy.
Yeah, no, he's a very generic looking white guy.
Peter.
Peter North.
Yeah,
Peter North. Wow.
Yeah.
Sounds like a comic book writer.
It does, yeah, kind of, or like a comic book character.
Yeah.
There he is. Look, that's his, he looks like
The
he looks like a sitcom actor.
Dude's got like 10 feet at least.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, dude can shoot.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up his.
Guy's got loads. Pew 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 pew
Pew,
pew.
pew.
See that candle across the room? Watch this. Hold up.
Yeah, exactly.
Give it a second.
Fucking sniper.
It's gonna go
fire
out.
here.
It's gonna go out.
He's also a producer and a director.
Ah,
yeah, that sounds
perfect.
about right.
He and I should get together.
You have to.
Porn producer and
You still want to be
or
in
like
the business.
I don't know. I'm just trying to see how.
I think he produces all his own stuff. Actually, yeah, he does his own scenes.
No, he and I should get together one day.
Well, that's the funny thing about porn is that it is very much still run like film.
like films, yeah.
It's hilarious.
Oof.
I gotta know how far can you come, Peter North?
I feel like you might be looking on the wrong
Peter North?
site.
Yeah, it's,
It's
Wikipedia. It's
Wikipedia.
Wikipedia. You're not gonna get an answer on fucking Wikipedia.
Alright, Peter
Go to
North.
Pornhub, look
Oh,
up
no,
the
no,
top 10 Peter North cum shots.
Peter North record.
Oh,
cum
that's
shot,
good.
cum shot record.
Alright, cum shot record.
See, our loaders, we're doing this so you don't have to.
Yeah. We're sacrificing our search history so you don't need to.
Kids,
Of course, by now you would have already typed in the correct stuff
yes,
and have gotten it
and,
yourself.
and definitely
But
found the
Peter
video.
North epic.
Children
cum shot
watching
record.
at home, do not go to Pornhub.com and look up Peter North
I gotta know.
because you're underage and that is bad.
Oh well, this is just him jerking off at a girl. Oh, wow,
What do you-
that really went so.
Yeah, exactly, man.
That's a,
Jacob, oh
that's a
wow.
fucking rope. Look at it go.
They were like, he totally missed her. He shot over her entirely. He whiffed that shit.
Fucking overextended. Oh my god. Dude, he's still going?
Yeah, man. This is what we're talking about. This dude's.
But like, I want to know how far. I'm pretty sure he can go feet.
Oh, definitely, dude. The man's
can't-
got distance.
Mix of
He's
mega
going
facial
the
coming by
distance.
Peter North.
He's
Biggest
going
load
for
at
the
the porn video.
Yeah, biggest load.
And of course, he's also got like a
He has an
size
urban
cock.
dictionary.
Of course he does.
Can you believe how much cum Peter North shot on her face?
Oh, still
He covered her face completely and is still coming.
It's still coming, yeah. There's that other guy who's like the best actor in porn. He's awesome.
A white
Ah, fuck,
Canadian
I
male
remember his
porn
name.
star with a big dick.
Oh, the
about
one,
9
the
inches,
bald-headed guy.
Yeah, the bald-headed guy.
who has fucked
My
nearly.
favorite is the one where he's the doctor. Oh, sorry.
He has fucked nearly every female porn star there is, was, and ever will
I gotta
be.
believe this.
His trademark
No.
is the money shot.
So you know what's the best part is that apparently he's really good at his job.
Yeah.
And anytime you read like a Reddit AMA that's from a porn star, and somebody had never really asked, "Have you ever done a scene with Peter North or anything?" Like, yeah, I love that guy. He's awesome. He's
That's sweet. His trademark is the money shot. He comes 3 times as much as the average male porn star, usually coming buckets all over his female porn star's face. He is also a favorite of many of his adult female co-stars,
Exactly, yeah.
as they enjoy the way he fucks and the big loads of cum he shoots. Any girl familiar with the adult industry of XXX films and magazines that gets paired up with him knows she has truly hit the big leagues of porn. He also denies getting his start in porn by starring in gay films, although there is credible proof. And apparently he's also known as the undisputable provider of the biggest cum shots in porn. A one-man cum bukkake machine.
That is amazing. That looks fucking amazing too. Jesus Christ.
What a legend.
Those cheese cummies.
Dude, cheese
There's
cummies.
plenty of cheese cummies.
S-
Yeah, what's up, baby?
yeah, so yeah. See, I think male porn stars are hilarious because there's obviously a very select group of them. You don't have a whole
Yeah.
unless you're going amateur.
Well,
There's
There's the 999,
We
right?
come in on
For- It's like,
Want to talk about some porn stars?
I could suck your dick.
you know what I'm talking about?
That's
no.
cool. Background audio.
We're about to make it a porn. So there's like the 999s, right? It's like 9 inches, right? Or is it the 666s? I don't remember. It was like 9 inches. You have to last longer than 9 minutes, and you have to be able to go 9 times in an hour. I believe
easy.
I believe those were the 3 9s.
So
porn
I know
stars.
one of the things with male porn stars is that you have to have like complete control over it.
Yeah,
They would go as long as you need to, and then the moment they're ready for that shot, you better be ready.
it's probably practice. Honestly,
Yeah.
It's got to be just practice.
Well, that's the other weird thing because, like I said, they do it like a film. So
Yeah.
you
They're
You-
choreographing the perfect
yeah,
shot.
yeah,
pretty
exactly.
much.
Like you film them in not necessarily a sequential order,
Yeah.
but you get certain shots as necessary. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then you rewind time and kind of make it look
And,
nice.
and then you edit it in post, right? So like when they're ready for the cum shot scene, that's after like several hours of you've been fucking, and you're just
Yeah.
like numb at this point. But hey, it's time to go, buddy. Let's
Yeah,
fucking get it
yeah.
going.
No, there's a lot of people on Reddit, that talk about how fucking foul they smell.
I bet.
They say
Yeah.
they have like their own people that will like go in and wipe them
Yeah.
down, and, like put Gatorade.
Well,
in
because
them.
like we've all
Yeah.
had some
You've-
rough, dirty, sweaty sex, and
Yeah.
you smell it later,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh man.
Yeah, no, it's one of those things where it's like after you're done, it's like, no, I definitely need to shower
Yeah.
after this.
And that's
you
usually
take off
us-
your clothes and you're like, "Whoa."
That's usually us as normal people after like 10, 20 minutes. Like,
Yeah, it's
Imagine
rough.
hours.
exactly.
It's crazy. Like honestly, fucking the amount of effort that goes into porn is ridiculous.
It's crazy, yeah.
But it's also why I kind of have an appreciation for homemade porn.
Yeah, no, like I can't do studio stuff as much as I used to.
Mm-mm.
I don't like studio stuff as much like homemade. There's that personal stuff. I'm
Yeah,
like, wow,
exactly.
this is really
I like a lot of
fucking
amateur.
bad. Also, while we're on the fucking subject,
Yes,
man, I fucking hate the femdom category in Pornhub.
because it's not the kind of femdom you want.
It's all feet, baby. I'll bring it up every time.
It's a lot of like stopping and stepping.
Yeah, it's like I heard you fucking like my feet, and it's like,
Oh,
really?
that sounds hot.
No, there was like
Give me a link.
I'm a little into that.
No, it's like there's like one good video and it's like trash talking, and then like halfway through they like put their feet in like the dude's mouth and they're like, you fucking like that, and it's
Yeah,
Oh,
like my
yeah.
like between my toes,
Yeah.
you dirty little.
no,
Oh, yeah, that's hot.
Suck on that big toe. baby.
no.
So
I
more
fucking
detail.
I say this every
good
time.
feet
I
stuff.
wish I was into feet stuff. That way it wouldn't be so hard to find stuff.
This is true. Yeah, it is very prominent.
Yeah,
And you can find that shit anywhere.
exactly.
Just go down. to
Like,
the
sure,
feet
you'd be
store.
a meme, but like whenever if you told your girlfriend like, "Yo, I'm into feet stuff," they'd be like, "Oh, haha," like
Yeah.
the joke. But that's the thing. But I'm
You're
not
just not that kind of. You don't shop at the good feet store.
The
the
feet
good
store.
feet store.
You need
Yeah,
to go to the
one
good
was
feet
open
store.
up. I didn't know it was a real store.
It really is, man.
Yeah.
You're going to the good feet
I
store.
need to go see what they actually sell. Like I'm
Good
picturing,
feet.
Yeah, good
I'm
feet.
picturing shoes,
Good feet.
So you know those like anime like Japanese stores where they like put girls' asses
Mm.
like over? It's like that, but feet.
No, have you ever seen those sex toys that are their feet? They're like a silicone foot.
Yeah, the
But then
vajankle.
in the- yeah, exactly. A vagina on the ankle.
What?
Yeah, the vajankle.
Vajankle?
Yeah. Okay. So imagine.
I don't
this.
have one.
I'll try to describe my best for the audience at home. So imagine your foot and like you got an amputation, so it's cut off at the ankle, and there's that
Uh-huh.
stub right
The
there.
nub,
right?
alright.
So there's a vagina in the
Nub, that would be where your ankle is.
Wait, you fucked the hole?
So yeah, so
I know,
you're
you're
fucking,
fucking
the
the
foot.
The vajankle
Wow.
coming to a store near
Near
you.
Wait, so you're like, so
Yes.
you're fucking the nub.
No,
like
no,
this
no,
part.
no, no, no.
Oh, so you're
So it
fucking.
is-
Oh,
like I said,
okay.
it is a silicone foot.
Okay,
and-
so you take the foot and it's like, okay, I thought you were fucking like the calf up. No, you're
No,
fucking
no,
the
no,
actual
you're
foot.
fucking the foot.
Okay, I don't know if that was only confusing for me.
Yeah, okay, I'll
Okay,
describe
yeah.
it one more time for the audience at home. So take your foot, right? And then
cut
right,
off at the ankle.
cut it off at the ankle, right where your leg ends.
Yeah, take your
And
amputated
now,
foot.
your amputated foot is make it silicone, and then your nub where your leg attached,
Yeah.
put a vagina in there,
Yeah, and you have the vagina.
and then you're fucking a foot.
Yeah. That's one of
Wow.
the worst things.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad. I've seen.
Male sex toys are honestly horrifying.
I've seen.
Don't forget
although-
the alien impregnator.
What?
Or the
What?
Fleshlight
No,
Monster series.
The Fleshlight Monster series, but don't forget that women like to give birth.
Oh, that's right. They have the one that puts the little egg
Oh
up there.
yeah, I've seen those.
Oh,
those,
yeah.
those are scary,
Yeah.
but honestly kind of hot too.
A little bit.
What?
Yeah.
Not, not for me, but I'll tell you this: that. Oh my gosh! Oh yeah, no, I've seen Falco Lombardi stuffed in a diaper, like vastly overweight, asking for more food with drool coming out of his mouth, and that's less disgusting than what you described to me. Also, I hate melee hell. They have a sheet
I
next to
go
me.
in front. I like watching Bad Dragon videos.
Bad Dragon videos are not bad.
I would like to watch them as curiosity.
Yeah.
As to, like, can
Some-
you really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
actually, yes, they
Yes.
How
The
did
answer is yes.
Can you like? There's
The
no
answer
way.
is the tiniest little girls you've ever seen. Absolutely.
Do you actually see the?
Yes.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
can. Sometimes, yeah.
You ever been to black.com?
What?
So black.com is this site.
Not black people meet.
No,
just
blacked. Blacked.
Oh, black.
Oh,
B
with
L
an
A
ED.
C K E D.
All right. Yeah.
Like she got blacked.
Once you go black, you never go back.
So it is a site that specializes in getting the tiniest little white girls they can find. 18 years old.
Tiniest.
5 feet tall, 90 pounds, right?
oh no.
And then pairing them with the most massive black men that you've ever seen
Mm-hmm.
with minimum 12 inches.
Yeah, make Ron Jeremy look like a pussy.
Minimum. Like, you know the
Jeez.
stereotype about black guys?
Yeah, it's like the one.
Those are the ones that, yeah. We're talking
Yeah, there's a
minimum 12.
stereotype for a reason these people are so hungry.
Yeah, no. Talking like bigger than soda cans wide and at least a $5 foot long.
Jeez.
Like, you know how Aaron was joking about the monster can with the twist top?
Yeah.
They make
Bigger.
that look small.
Yes, exactly. You'd have to stack a couple on.
Wait. I'm going in.
Oh my God,
Hold on.
Jacob!
I'm going to blacks.com.
That's
Mm.
hilarious.
I'm doing it.
It's your people, Jacob.
No.
Well, see, that's the thing.
What do you mean by
No,
people?
that's the
It's
thing
your
that's
people.
hilarious about porn, though, is that you could be so openly racist and it's okay.
Yeah, because it's compliment.
Weirdly, yeah, like, I don't understand it.
Blacked.com.
Oh, yeah, okay,
Is
yeah,
this it?
black.com, here we go.
Alright, hang on, let me let it load.
Yeah, you gotta give it a minute.
Alright, I'm gonna get.
Alright, so for the kids at home, don't go to
Oh my God!
BLACK.com.
Yep.
Jeez, it's already.
Yeah, this is, yeah.
Wow.
Tiny
Wow.
little, like, cheerleaders
Yeah.
and,
Oh.
Track stars.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Very, very small.
Oh my god! Like,
God,
look at
their dick.
Yeah. It's like a monster can.
Like, can you imagine? Like, everyone always jokes about the third arm, but it's actually like
You
like
flex-
a fucking forearm down there. Like,
Hey, what's wrong with your leg? How did you
Bro.
have you
Oh.
ever seen those pictures of like people taking photos at the beach with black guys, and their dicks are just hanging at the bottom of the fucking?
like they're wearing like actual swimming
Yeah, they're
trunks,
wearing,
but
like,
you
swim
can
trunks
still
and stuff.
see the little mushroom tip.
yeah, it's just poking down the bottom past their knee. Like,
I think at some point you gotta be kind of.
there's definitely got to be diminishing returns.
Yeah,
right?
I feel like.
After so much, it's got to start being too much.
Yeah,
I thought like the optimal is like 6 to 10 inches. Is
yeah,
like
because
optimal.
anything more than that for a
Right.
normal
I think
woman
it's like
will
6
hurt.
to 8, honestly.
It will break their cervix.
Yeah, of course you got your size queens like 9 inches. I mean, I guess that's a start,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but that's.
But those are the
different
people that are
category of
having way
people.
too much sex, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, and probably started much younger.
Probably, yeah.
You know, and daddy liked to.
And then they get bored after a while, and they're like, you know what? Let's jump into something else.
Look at that rhino. It looks pretty hard.
When did you guys
Is that a
realize?
horse?
When
Is
did
that a
you guys
horse?
realize that you were into the fetish you're into?
This is a problem because
Why?
As a horny 8-year-old.
a little bit.
Well, it's us talking about ourselves. I don't
Yeah.
think it. And I have my consent as a 21-year-old.
Yeah.
23. I'm not 21 anymore. Why? I
no,
think that I'm 23.
right.
Yeah.
That's oof. But no, I don't know that I've got like one hard set that I can. Hey, she's kind of cute. Yeah, I don't know if I got like one hard set.
She's
I can
basic
go in
as
on
shit.
And be like, yeah, that's my thing. I'm just a little bit into everything.
Well, there's like
Basic
one
as
thing you're like really into consuming.
Redheads.
Okay, but when?
I want to say
There's always-
Sly Cooper 2.
Oh yeah,
Carmelita
Carmelita
Fox.
Fox.
You
Not Carmelita
furry.
Fox because she had the blue hair.
Oh,
You're fucking
That was the one where
furry.
she had the partner. Let me see if I'm remembering.
is that the
this
cool
right.
one with like the turban kind of looking thing, the hood?
Yeah, I believe so. I may also be remembering this completely incorrectly, but it was definitely something in my childhood that, oh my god, she's really fucking cute, and she's got the red hair. I don't know when that started. Really.
Alex, what about you?
Um,
And I'm talking like you're the one you don't want people to find out
Why do you want us to tell that on a podcast?
because I think it's really funny.
No, that's very personal.
You're just
when have
Marcus,
you
you're
ever
so
cared?
fucking
No.
stupid with this
all
shit.
people.
This
have
guy
ever cared.
This fucking dude is always like talking mad shit about all these subjects that are very controversial.
Like what?
And-
What? Name one.
Look, guys, it's shit. Oh.
All right, for one, you definitely talked about hard R's. You know?
Yeah.
No, that's actually that's just a word.
Yeah, uh-huh. You definitely talked about questionably aged girls on podcasts.
What's wrong with that?
Okay, so, but you don't want to talk about
Look,
your...
Epson
Look, he
didn't kill
doesn't
himself.
want to know people. He doesn't want people to know that his thing is cockroaches and vaginas.
That's right. Oh, that's
I
right.
understand. That's a little. I mean, it's one of the weirder ones, so people aren't as into it.
But
So-
why did it happen?
Yeah, how did
What was
it
the
happen?
catalyst for that, though?
What happened?
The
Did you wake
fifth-
up to a cockroach blowing you one day?
It all started when I was 3 in my mother's attic.
Just started skittering across his penis, and he came.
It's like, whoa, I didn't expect this
I
one.
was gonna make. a
Hello
joke about
there.
Shooting a fly out of the air earlier when we were talking about cum shots.
I heard it.
I wish I heard it. So go on.
What?
When did you realize your thing is? Putting
Cockroach
cockroach
vaginas.
The fifth group chat I'm in sent it, and I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. Whatever, I'll put it in.
Alright, okay. Alright, well, at least you put it. Alright, Aaron,
Yeah.
what's your thing?
Well, I think I gotta go to like.
See, the thing with Aaron is, like, he doesn't have, like,
I don't
anything
have like
he's super embarrassed about.
specific- yeah.
He's always, like, into whatever. He's like, feet, okay. He's just not into scat.
Yes, yeah, no, like I draw the line. It's like pissing and shitting. But other than that, I'll pretty much do anything.
Yeah, it's like ears, sure.
It's
Nose, sure.
It's definitely a much more just like whatever she's into, I can probably do it.
Okay, but what do you think would be like the most like,
The most out there one for you.
yeah.
Shit it on your chest.
It's really intense BDSM.
How intense?
Like
Just needing a safe word.
needing safe words, using quips and needles and
That's fair.
like the really intense stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
That's where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna draw back.
Well, like he's talking about the stuff that you're into.
That I am into that.
That you're
okay.
the weirdest thing you're into, and when did you first realize? Like, what was the catalyst for
yeah, the
realizing you were
catalyst.
into it?
Because Marcos, he got sent to the group chat. Or he got
Yeah,
sent to the group chat,
yeah,
and he's like,
yeah.
whoa, hey.
You know what?
Hello there.
Hello there.
I'll have to go.
It is
What
private.
Little bit
about
of
you?
thought.
What about-
Well, I was going to do Alex.
Okay.
Hey Jacob, what about you?
I'll do mine.
Shit.
Yeah.
Because like everything that I can think of to me feels like
Yeah,
kind of normal.
Like Futa would be like, to like the regular people would be like, whoa! It's just like, okay. Chicks with dicks.
No, Foots is mine.
Dicks with dicks.
I know. I'm just using it as an example.
No, you
And
leave
I'm
them
honestly
alone.
not too terribly into futa. Like, it's cool.
I was just using an
It's
example.
cool as a novelty, but it's not really my thing.
Alright,
Yeah.
what about traps?
Traps are gay.
Traps aren't gay.
Traps are
Traps are
pretty
gay.
gay. Traps are pretty gay.
Traps aren't gay.
Reverse
Okay,
traps
wait,
aren't
wait,
gay.
wait, wait. Okay, no, let's take it back. Pre-op transsexuals.
Alright.
Mmm.
When did you first realize?
Well, I'm not saying this is me.
Oh, okay.
Alex.
What? I thought that's what he was actually coming up.
Oh, okay. I thought you were.
No,
thought you
okay,
were
no,
getting
no.
to-
I'm asking now. Is that? How do we classify that? Is
Oh.
female with the penis?
Well, yeah, they're still pre-op, so it's still
Is that a feminine penis?
Yeah.
It'd be a feminine form
Yes.
because like they if I'm understanding correctly, they have to take the hormones.
Yes. No, we're talking like several months in HRT.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he looks beat.
I would say, yeah. It counts as straight.
So would you do it?
No,
I think I'd do it.
But why not?
that's
Jacob?
fair.
I think I would go.
But
for
why
it.
not, Jacob?
I'm not into it
No, that's fair.
Why not, Jacob?
That's pretty.
because
That's pretty bigoted, Jake.
See, it's
Alex
weird.
gets me. That's very big.
It's
of me.
weird.
This is true.
Because
This is
for-
2019. You're
For
not
their,
allowed to
for,
not be.
you're not allowed to have preferences.
You're.
I know.
That's how it feels sometimes,
Oh
though.
yeah, no. Transphobe over here.
Yeah, it's not even transphobia. I know plenty of trans people. I swear.
Don't worry, I know a few.
I can't be racist. I know
Yeah, I
plenty
know.
of white.
Turn the freaking frog scary.
Friends.
So you'd say so? Okay, Alex. Well, then what would you think would be your weirdest one?
I think my weirdest one. It's not even that weird, but like normal girls and monster guys.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty.
I can see that.
That's pretty fair.
Like, but that's like the weirdest one I can think of. But even then, to me, that doesn't feel that weird.
What about
It's
animal
really-
stuff?
No, not actual animals. That I draw the line with straight up bestiality.
Do you do
Anthrop-
furry?
Anthropomorphic, I'm kind of okay with because they're human shaped.
Mm-hmm.
But I draw the
fair.
line.
You're not
I draw the
into-
line with actual animals.
You're not into nodding?
Do you,
I mean, if they're anthro,
No. I mean,
like actual, no.
yeah, Buddy comes up. And,
Yeah, no. Yeah, no.
You know,
I'm not
Atlas gets a little overwhelmed one day, and
no.
No.
So-
I'm not gonna front. I have looked it up out of sheer curiosity.
Yes.
But I couldn't find it hot.
Sometimes
Okay,
you just
that's
gotta experiment. I think like do you ever look up like
Jake,
like,
is this
bi or
making you
anything?
cringe? Because I know this is similar, so like it's like he's cutting you up.
Why am I being bullied?
This is bully for your massive cock.
Why did it I keep going back.
Is this the Netflix series Tall Girl? Sorry. Or is it a movie? I don't know.
It's a movie.
I never saw
You
it.
think your
I
life
haven't
is-
seen it either. I've just seen
You
the
think
fucking.
your life is rough? Try being a
Try.
6 foot tall girl. 16.
I
6
wear a
foot tall high
size
school
13
wears a
men's.
size 13 Nike.
Men's.
Men's Nike, yeah.
Jesus. Who greenlit that? I want to know who greenlit that.
Dumbasses.
Someone very, very it's not gifted. What's the word where they have a lot of money? They're born with a lot of money.
Oh,
Privilege?
Privileged.
yeah,
That's it.
privileged.
Yeah, someone very privileged.
That was somebody's vanity project.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
just had the money and like, man, I really want to make this movie. Nobody's gonna like it, but fuck it. Oh, that's fair. I mean, if you got the money for it, do it. That's why we got the room.
For fucking real, I guess.
Yeah.
So, Aaron,
Yes.
you said just hardcore BDSM?
No, I'm not into hardcore BDSM. I guess.
Ooh, excuse me.
Okay, I got one actually. That
What was
I
it?
know none of y'all.
Is it
All of
burning?
y'all would give me shit, and I consider it fairly tame and normal.
What?
Eating anal cream pies.
Well, considering how we all feel about
Ooh.
eating ass.
Well, that's.
Mm.
Damn.
No, I'm not talking about
You're a
me.
disgusting
No, I'm not
fuck.
talking. No, I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about the second girl that's underneath catching it.
Oh!
Okay, that's. I'm still kind of on the fence about eating ass.
And then, of course, after she's taking the bulk of it, then I gotta, take a little tongue dip.
Okay. Well, now we know. And knowing's half the battle.
Nothing wrong with eating ass, man.
Dude,
Gotta eat
I
the
don't-
booty
I
like
don't-
groceries.
I
I don't
respect.
see the appeal
Gotta eat the
personally.
booty like groceries.
Nope.
I don't see the appeal. I respect that you're so open about it.
Gotta eat ass, man.
Fucking freak.
We're banning you.
Bro, you just gotta. It's part of being
It's
adult.
fucking
Just
weirdos here.
gotta
Horse
eat some
cock
ass.
and ass eater.
Horsecock to ass eater. Horsecock to ass eater.
All
Come
right.
in.
In the great words of hentai, how can you say you love her if you've never even eaten her food?
Marshmallow Muncher. Come in.
Oh yeah, that's you watched the Night Shift Nurse, didn't you?
Long time ago in a younger, sadder time.
Joe
Oh,
Taro. I'm not gonna lie, I beat it to that one.
Yeah,
What?
yeah, that was an interesting one.
What?
I couldn't do it.
The Joe Taro one
What?
with the chili for lunch.
Oh yeah, you really did eat the chili for lunch.
Oh! Oh yeah! I forgot that wasn't a JoJo joke.
No,
No.
I always thought it was like a bad JoJo English, but no.
hilariously, no.
I
that's a
forgot. I
hentai
showed
joke.
you guys.
You showed
that.
it to
Yeah.
That's right.
Sure.
You weren't kidding.
That
about
was a different one,
chili
but it's still
lunch.
equally hilarious.
That was so fucking.
Marcos brought up the one that, have you ever tried to fuck
Fuck
a
a
box?
That was another good one. Was
Marcus,
it? But our savior is dripping from the ceiling.
Oh,
Oh, such a good one.
Marcus, what was the other one that was like fucking the titties and they were giving birth to bugs?
I jerked off to that one.
I know you.
That's
did,
the
you
one I
fucking
showed
weirdo.
Jacob, and I was disgusted and mortified by him.
Yeah.
You fucking weirdo.
Yeah, I jerked off to that one.
I'm not
I
talking.
jerked out to a lot
I'm
of
not
fucked
talking
up
about
shit.
like the nice titty fuck where you squeeze your dick with them, right?
so
I'm
you're
talking
actually
about
fucking the pig.
penetrating nipple.
Yeah.
yeah. There's been plenty.
Because you know how the nipple has the little hole in it,
Bro,
for the milk to come out.
I'm pretty. I'll be real with you, right? I'm pretty numb when it comes. I've seen
I've seen some shit.
the
man.
only shit that phases me now is like gore.
Yeah, no, can't do that.
Yeah, I can't do gore. If I even think something's remotely gory, I get the fuck out of there. But for like DeviantArt
Can't
and stuff or like Pornhub, I'm just numb.
Yeah, you never find anything too intense. And
No,
crazy.
I find plenty.
Not known like Pornhub and a lot of the more mainstream places.
Oh, let me.
You don't
Have
know-
you not heard of?
intense.
Have you not seen Big Brain Raven?
No.
Oh, let me bring up Big Brain Raven for you. I was like one night I was like going to jerk off and I was on my usual binge of searching.
Yeah.
I was on my binge of searching 2 hours for something, and you find some shit.
Find some shit. This is true.
Shad did a really good Raven Starfire panel recently.
Oh yeah.
That was pretty good.
Shad always does good work.
He couldn't show a whole panel like he usually can on that
Really?
one. Yeah, he had to zoom super far in on a panel to get something safe to post on Facebook.
That's hilarious. Oh man,
Feels
I was
bad.
thinking of Zone again, the cyborg and
Yeah,
Booyah!
Booyah,
Booyah!
booyah,
Booyah!
yeah.
all of the zone.
All the
Teen
zone
Titans.
shit.
Yeah.
All of them are really good.
Actually, yeah, all of the zone everything.
Yeah, no, really. It's
I
just
never
Zone.
actually fully watched any of them.
Really?
Oh, you sounded so disappointed.
Well, it's because I feel like they're classics. Like
They are
They're-
classics.
They're absolutely.
Look,
canon
I
classics.
played Meat and Fuck, which is also a classic.
yeah,
And
dude, I actually kind of miss playing hentai games.
Actually, same.
I got a fun bag right here, baby.
Oh, you do.
I
That's
don't
right.
know where my physical copy of that went. It sucks because I paid like $60 for it.
Holy fuck, oh my
Christ.
God.
It was at a con, so
Oh yeah, fucking con prices.
Oh well, I paid $40 for them. Well, no, I actually paid $25 for that manga. Just the one.
yeah.
Which one?
The one I have just right there between probably like Avatar,
Mhm.
all that.
Interessant.
Well, and then the thing is a lot of those hentai games are kind of weirdly like blocked from being sold
Well, yeah.
normally.
Yeah. Well, you-
Like other than like at cons, I think that other place you can get them is online.
usually, yeah, they're not distributed. You don't tend to.
I'm still looking.
You're not gonna walk into a GameStop and.
Well, obviously not.
I
But
wish
like,
we could.
But like, I kind of wish that we did have more
Yeah.
more out there adult
Big Brain
shops.
Raven.
So me and Angela have the joke where there's like 2,000 IQ, then there's Big Brain Raven.
All your photos came up.
Oh no, these aren't mine.
Okay.
These are in the other chat. It's Big Brain Raven.
Big Brain Raven.
That's hilarious.
So like we have that the meme where it's like no brain and then like big brain then
Big
galaxy brain then there's
Yeah.
Big Brain Raven. It's so fucking funny.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, I find some shit while I go on my binges.
You know,
I actually found a. Lately, I've gotten more into stories.
Stories are great.
They're really good. I don't remember the author's name, but I'm currently reading an author who's done some Lara Croft and Harry Potter ones.
Nice.
Like together in the same universe?
No.
Okay,
No.
I was like, alright, I'll take it.
All right.
One of them.
Think about this.
Is that a puppy? sucking
Oh,
on-
that's not sexual, it's just sad. That's just unsettling.
Well, he's just breastfeeding.
It's really weird.
It's
Oh,
really
yeah, I've seen
weird,
that
but
before.
like
It's a nice titty.
it feels like
Remember the dog just fucking its own mouth?
Yeah, those are always hilarious. The dog starts like licking his dick, and then he just starts pounding his own mouth. Like, what the fuck is happening? I mean, I guess I would too if I could.
Nature finds a way.
Nature's fucked.
Nature's fucked, but nature's also fucked.
Hey, never forget the dolphins have
this.
what's the fucking name for it? There's a name for it. Prehensile penises.
Prehensile?
Prehensile is usually prehensile is used with tails. Prehensile tails. It's
Oh,
a
that
tail
they can
like,
control.
yeah, it's a tail like a monkey that it has full control over, like
Whoa.
like another limb, but
Whoa.
much more flexible.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dolphins have prehensile penises.
Why don't we?
That's a good question.
Because we do stupid shit with
We would-
That is
We would do
true.
stupid shit.
High five!
Well, do you know what dolphins do with their prehensile penises? They wrap them around women's legs, pull them underwater, and rape them.
Oh no, are you serious?
Yeah, dude, there's like 100 dolphin rapes a year.
No fucking way. Hold
yeah,
on.
no, it's actually
They wrap them around, they use them as.
Yeah, they
All in Florida, baby.
yeah, they wrap it down, they pull you down.
Anything goes in Florida.
Anything goes in Florida.
Dolphin prehensile.
Penis. You're gonna see a picture of a dolphin dick.
Don't go crying to your mom about it.
10 reasons why dolphins are assholes.
Rape, 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 and more rape.
Yeah. Do dolphins really rape people? Ask Reddit. Okay, hold on. But how is it physically possible?
Easy.
They have prehensile penises. I'm not kidding. They can pick stuff up with their dicks. Actually, that was a dark YouTube animal sex video spiral that led to that knowledge.
Think like an elephant with its trunk.
Yeah, they're all agreeing. It's all the prehensile penis.
Yeah.
Do they just run him?
Well, I mean, maybe. I think usually what happens is they just kind of pull them under, and well, usually because this is happening like at a beach or like a pier or something.
Yeah.
So they push them up against something and go to town.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Watch Hank Hill getting raped. That's how it works.
Now on the other end of the spectrum, dolphin vaginas are apparently amazing.
Do we have?
They're the most slickest and most velvety and wet.
Yeah, no, you're thinking sharks. But very velvety, very slick apparently. And to accommodate for the female end of the prehensile penis, the female dolphin vagina has like has muscles in there that can control and like pull it in different directions and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like
Why does dolphin sex sound better than?
it
ours?
sounds pretty bomb, honestly. Yeah.
It sounds like a dance, like a magic show, a tug of war.
Was it sharks that supposedly have like the softest pussies?
Yes.
Yeah.
So these
Shark pussy baby?
greatest vagina in the animal kingdom, apparently. Oh, and then female hyenas have a pseudopenis.
Oh what?
A pseudopenis.
Yeah,
It's
it
a
looks like
pseudo-
it's so. It's like
Pseudo-
it's
oh,
a
pseudo-
dick.
Sorry, pseudopenis.
Yeah.
I was said pseudo. It's pseudo. It's like a fake dick that they give birth out of and usually explodes open when they do.
Yep.
Yeah.
What? The females have a fake
I
penis?
would
Yes.
just like to take a moment to thank all of the freaks for
For
doing all of,
discovering this
for
stuff?
doing
Yeah,
all of this research.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that
Thank you,
we
so
don't
that I have
to.
this knowledge and never have to personally experience
If
it.
you have sex with a dolphin in an illegal state, but you say it's for a scientific study, do you think you can get away with it?
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
I think so too.
I actually believe in some places it's considered legal even where bestiality isn't because they're considered an intelligent enough species that's like
They would know.
yeah like
He's gonna stand
like-
trial for his rape.
no
That
like
is-
legitimately dolphins can like almost give consent because they're like you gotta remember
They're super
a
intelligent.
dolphin's like not far off in intelligence from like teenage human or so.
So what about an octopus?
I don't fucking know.
Octopuses are
Probably, yeah.
scarily smart.
Yeah, probably.
I
This
think
is-
octopuses might be smarter.
Yeah, I believe.
At
they
the
are,
very
yes.
least, they have the appendages to do stuff with the smarts.
They're
also
they're
true.
fucking scary how smart
Yes.
they are.
They can unscrew a lid.
They can get out of their tanks.
Yeah.
They
And like they can build tools and contraptions to get out of their
Yeah.
tank and shit.
and they can also just simply put square in squares and
Mhm.
circles in circles, which is more than half the animal kingdom.
There's that fucking experiment where they tried to teach a group of, I think they were capuchin monkeys, but some type of primate, the concept of money.
Yeah.
So they give them.
I remember this one.
They give them like some rocks, and like they showed them, if you give me this many rocks back, you get something that I have.
Okay.
And they you know, they showed them like what
Yeah.
money and a bartering system is and that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
About a month into it, all of the males were paying the females for sex.
Oh. God.
Yep.
And all the females were rolling in it
They were
because they were getting fucking gorilla pounded in the tree for getting all their rocks.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Yeah, dude, Animal Kingdom's fucking crazy.
I
I mean, every animal's
Nature-
just as horny as we are, and they do their thing, you know?
that's weird.
There's
Maybe we're not too far off from them when you think
Hey,
about it.
man. So there's, you know how you can tell when somebody's like faking a laugh or faking an orgasm, right? Because there's just it feels off, it feels different.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound right, it doesn't look right. There's this thing where if you like speed them up or slow it down, a real one is very animal-like. You sound like a monkey making noises because that's what you are.
You're
a
whooping.
monkey.
Yeah.
You're literally, you're doing like the whooping and stuff because you're literally a monkey making very primal noises, you know what I mean? But if you slow down a fake laugh or a fake orgasm, it
Yeah.
still sounds fake because it's just an entirely different sound.
Yeah, because you're making. That's interesting. I never noticed that laughing is kind of like whooping because they do
Yeah.
do the ha.
Exactly, yeah.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah, no, the
Now I
weirdest...
have to be on the. Now whenever someone laughs, I have to fucking gauge my.
yeah, exactly. Well, see, this is one of those things. I don't know many of them, but there are a couple things that put me in some existential dread, and it's just realizing that as cool and as awesome as humans like to think they are, that we rule the planet, we're just some fucking hairless monkeys.
Yeah.
Like our cousins are over there in the trees still, and but because we're out of hair and we speak a language and we decided we rule the world. We rule the world, and we consider ourselves not animals anymore, even though we're an animal just like every fucking other animal in this world.
Remember, I feel like I said this in the other podcast. Nothing matters in the end.
That matters, man.
Nothing matters in the
You're
end.
just a fucking hairless monkey on a giant rock flying in billions of miles per hour through space around a
Which
fucking
we don't even know what is.
around a fucking nuclear explosion that's gonna swallow us in a few million years.
And remember, let's say
Honestly, it was Planet of the Apes that first opened my eyes to that, though.
Yeah.
what that nothing matters.
You
Or
see-
about monkeys.
No, about
About the monkey.
we're just
I think-
people.
Oh no, artificial intelligence just opened me up on that one.
AI fucked me up.
AI scare me.
AI.
Yeah.
My dad has a theory that AI can create a Bitcoin, and there's actually some logic behind it.
I can see that.
Because it didn't start in China.
Bitcoins?
Yeah, or do we
I
not
have no
know?
clue.
Oh wait, we don't know where it started, right?
I personally don't know.
I
Yeah, I don't have
believe-
an answer for you.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah, just
Yeah, dude.
But it's like, all right, think about this, right?
Mhm.
An AI makes Bitcoin. Then an AI proceeds to inflate the value of Bitcoin.
Yes.
And then proceeds to start using an untraceable cryptocurrency to start hiring people to set up terminals deep underground, miles underground where it won't be seen. So, like,
okay.
It can access the internet, it has a cryptocurrency it can use, it's untraceable, and it can hire people with that cryptocurrency to set up terminals deep underground. There's no way of tracking it, no way of knowing it's in the system.
Interesting.
I've got it. Bitcoin was invented in 2008 by an unknown person or group of people using the name Satoshi Nakamoto.
I'm telling you,
Sounds
Started
like a very
in-
generic Japanese name.
AI.
And started in 2009 when its source code was released as open source software.
And they don't know by where.
Mhm.
So, an AI... Sorry, go on.
Bitcoins are created as a reward for a process known as mining. They can be exchanged for other currencies, products, and services.
So, think about it. An AI creates this idea.
Yes.
It hoards a fuck ton of Bitcoins. Then it
Yes.
realizes that it makes them open source to the group. Then it
Yes.
inflates them.
Yes.
and it has this that it can use. It kind of works.
Yeah, I mean, I don't not believe it.
I mean, we're already.
There's
trying.
crazier shit. Like,
Don't forget, there were two Facebook AIs that created their own language in
This
2
is
minutes
true,
that they
yeah.
had to pull the plug on.
they had to
Yeah.
be nuked because
That was scary as fuck.
it got entirely too real.
It took
Or
2
there's-
minutes.
Or there's that AI that
Or
is
just
trying
ours,
to.
but still.
There's that. Well, I guess it's technically a cyborg. It started as an AI, then they built it a robot body
Mhm.
that is trying to get people to consider her an actual human being now.
Yeah, I wonder what she's doing.
I don't know
Probably
what she's
getting
up to.
fucked by a horse cock.
Here's hoping she likes it. the future of humanity could depend on that horse cock.
This is what Detroit was about. At what point did we consider the androids people?
Well, see, okay, here's
Never.
Turing.
Turing test. Well, yeah, that's the go-to, but there's a lot of people
Turing. Is
will
that like the
still-
top? Is that the rule of 3 where it's
No.
like?
No,
No, that's-
those are the
that's-
laws of
that-
robotics.
That's
Okay.
Asimov's.
Asimov's, I believe. Yes.
Laws of
Laws
robotics.
robotics. No, the Turing test is that, like, if you're just talking to it, does it pass as an actual human being?
Yeah. So if you were to not know,
If you were not to see it, like, let's say you're in a chat room with
Yeah.
you don't see what's on the other side. You're just talking to it.
are we do? Because I think the more specific version of the Turing test is you have to be able to like talk with it.
Yeah, you have
Like,
to
you
hold,
can't
a
see,
full
obviously.
conversation
You have to be able to hold a whole conversation.
and have no discernible difference between.
I think I would shit myself,
Yes.
and I'd also be very envious because I
Well,
want to be a
see, well,
fucking AI.
Well, see, here's the scary part though: is that there are AIs that have passed the Turing test
Oh,
Yep.
because, like,
there's too much info about AI.
it's
That's
like deep learning and stuff. It means that, like, especially if you base it off of the knowledge bank that is the internet, communication is not a hard thing for a computer to figure out.
there's also a virus that, or there was
the hardest thing is emotions.
Emotions, for sure, yeah.
There's also an AI virus that their owners lost track of in the U.S. military network. So China created an AI, and they put it inside the U.S. military base, and it
then-
infected it.
and
and
got
then
out
it
of control,
disappeared.
and
Yeah.
then-
No, they don't know where it went. They literally, so China didn't know where it went, and the U.S. military didn't know where it went, and so it hid from both, and we don't know where the fuck it is.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
it's not great.
And also, you have to think about how easy it is for an AI to hold a conversation while doing anything else in the background.
Yeah. Yeah, because conversation just takes up very small amounts.
Very
It's just text.
minimal,
Text and,
yeah.
like, processing.
Mhm.
So that's the fucking scary shit, too.
Or they're probably in love with each other right now as we speak. And
Is this-
sipping martinis.
Look, I just hope they like me. That's all I'm saying.
You know, I hope that when those sex bots come out, that the AI is really good and that, you know, it's a much cleaner version of a really awesome stripper.
I just hope that when the AI come out, I don't die.
they just
That's my...
they just take her out in the
am
back and
very-
just spray her down.
I, for one, am very, very grateful to our Google overlords.
Yeah. Dude, whenever...
Praise be to Google.
I can't wait for...
Thank you, Google.
Or Disney or whoever's going to be ruling.
It's Super Corporation.
Yeah, dude, honestly, they're going to
What
create a
was it?
Frankenstein that's going to... the CEOs are going to
Yeah.
go first.
What was it in Demolition Man? It was like Taco Bell Grand.
Yeah, Taco Bell won the restaurant wars.
Well, yeah, but it was like a big super corporation of like Taco Bell,
Everything.
Bell Communications.
Yeah.
I think there's a
It
couple
was-
other ones.
It was Taco Bell, the food chain.
Yeah, Bell
Bell
Communications.
Communications.
Like at the time, it was what we would have like AT&T.
Yeah,
is
yeah.
now.
I think they also were like visual media too.
Yeah, I think so. And then
I think they were just about everything.
probably yeah.
But yeah, no, for anyone who hasn't seen Demolition Man, it's one of my favorite lines. Oh, every restaurant is Taco Bell. Taco Bell won the restaurant wars. It is really great, but it kind of sucks because all of their food consists
It's
of
little
like
tablets.
little tablets. And
Yeah.
so you put the tablet in your mouth and it dissolves, and it's the flavor and
You know
sustenance.
what they were, Jake? They were fucking Tums tablets.
Yeah.
That's literally what it was.
Well, here's the thing, right?
Mhm.
Is like...
Good rapper. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I was just thinking, like... AI scare the fuck out of me.
That's fair.
They're a terrifying
I
prospect.
get that because they can definitely have entirely too much power and are
Well,
entirely
again,
technological.
For those who don't know, as I said, it was probably 2 hours actually. That's more realistic. Facebook created an AI to try to find a faster way of messaging.
Yeah.
Right? A faster messaging service to see if they could optimize the way they send messages.
And then the AI got too real.
Yeah, the AI started out with normal conversations that they could keep tabs on. And then the AI decided about 2 hours later, wow, this whole typing in our language takes fucking forever.
Yeah, this whole English shit is some bullshit.
So they created their own language
Mm-hmm.
and proceeded typing faster than they could read. And they
Wow.
didn't know what they were saying. It was literally like, boom,
Processing faster than
then they programmed them to.
I wouldn't be surprised if the AI just went ahead and switched to basic ones and zeros.
I mean,
that might have been faster.
It
Dude,
probably
no,
switched.
I don't know what they were doing, how the fuck they figured it out,
Mm-hmm.
but they were going faster than they could read, and they were getting faster and optimizing their language each
Mhm.
time. So they pulled the plug on it.
Because that's too much power.
Yeah, once the devs stopped being able to read what
Yeah.
it was.
AI has this weird thing where, like,
I imagine it felt like a Twitch chat with like thousands of
Yeah,
people in it,
honestly,
right?
probably.
AI has this really weird thing. It's like you're essentially trying to create a mechanical life, right? Or
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
cybernetic life. You're
Artificial.
artificial. Well, it's literally artificial intelligence,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You're trying to create a human brain out of a computer. This is like the end goal for AI is that one day you create an entirely computer-based life form, essentially. So on the one hand, it's weird to think of like controlling it and stuff because if
I think like that's where humanity is going to fall apart. though.
Yeah, I agree, I
Is
agree.
the whole trying to
well, this is the
because living things don't like to
be.
be controlled.
Yeah, exactly. This is
And also, how do you control something that can adapt that quickly?
Mm-hmm.
When it can outsmart you? Dude, an AI could learn everything the four of us learned
Yeah,
in like
in
5
seconds.
hours. Not seconds. It depends on if you're using a supercomputer. Supercomputer, yeah, like seconds. But like in like a regular, high end, probably 5 hours.
Still,
Unless it
it's fucking-
optimizes its own downloading.
Like, shit is fucking insane.
But dude, that's a combined total of like 50 years of knowledge
Mm-hmm.
in less than a day.
No, exactly. Yeah.
That shit's scary. What makes these programmers think that it's not going to realize there's a kill switch and then deactivate
Deactivate the kill
Kill
switch.
switch, yeah.
I mean, this is the dilemma in any media
sci-fi.
about AI is that okay, we succeeded, we made them almost entirely human, or like
Yeah, like
you've
that.
made them essentially their own life form, and now they want to be their own life form, and you're still thinking of them as that computer program you
Yeah.
created.
I'd be too envious though. I'd be jealous as fuck, dude. I'd be like, dude, I wish I could fucking learn encode in a day. I would upload my brain to the mainframe.
Yeah, no, I would absolutely,
I would do it.
absolutely.
If I could learn
put my brain
coding
in
like
there,
that, fuck yeah.
upload my brain, give me the cybernetic implants. I want to go all in.
Just let me plug a
Honestly,
USB
yeah.
into the computer, just whoop. I wonder what it'd be like. Do you think you would just live it out, like the whole time of you studying over and over and over?
Can you imagine downloading memories and shit? Like, that's such a fucking crazy.
Well, that was a skit in Rick and Morty, right?
I was
they-
also
they-
an episode of Black Mirror.
I never saw Black Mirror.
Black Mirror has some freaky shit. You should actually check it out. You would probably like it considering your fear of AI
I really like
and tech stuff and
I-
conspiracies.
I really like psychotic shit.
Yeah.
It's really interesting, like mind fucky.
I think you would enjoy it.
But I think
Not all of it, but there's a few episodes. Of it.
yeah, I'll probably check it out. I've had a lot of people recommend it to me, and I always forget.
I think it's season 1, episode 3.
Well, I do know like
Season 4, episode 1.
It's really good.
all I
And
really
season
know.
6, episode 1.
Oh, my bad.
Striking Vipers.
Yeah, Striking Vipers, baby.
All I know is like it'd be really weird. Like, could you imagine just plugging into a USB? And then what happens if an EMP fucking hits?
Yeah, that's a problem. That's a big problem.
That's the only way we'd be able to win against AI, though, is
Mhm.
completely start over.
Yeah, if it ever reaches that point.
We would have to unga bunga our ways back up
Yeah.
into.
There's no, I don't see any issue with that.
Well, actually, there's a lot of issues with that.
There's
at this
numerous.
Point, this point, it's not possible.
And then if
No,
and
we
if
got
the
this.
No, there's actually not the resources left to be able to
Nah,
restart
we got
from the
this.
beginning if we had to.
yeah, and
We got
also
this.
if the AI caught wind of it, they would just launch the nukes from the silos.
Well, there's also this, yes.
Yeah.
Also nuclear power plants.
Oh,
That would already kill off a lot. The
Yeah.
oceans would probably become. It'd be fallout.
Yeah.
The whole area would be irradiated.
Shit is crazy, my guys.
Yeah, you ever? Yo, a lot of people talk about like they fucking like bitch and moan. They don't realize just how weird everything fucking is when you're as it. Like, you ever think about how weird society, like society as a whole? You ever think how fucking weird it is
Very much so, yes.
that there are just people that tell us, "Hey, you can't kill someone."
Yeah, well, think about the concept of a country. So,
Imaginary lines.
imaginary lines,
Yep.
absolutely.
I need to cross my imaginary line.
A group of people, let's say the entire government body, so maybe about 100 to 200 people.
Yeah.
The main government body that's actually doing the shit. Creating the rules and regulations for millions of people and how they just need to live their life.
Yeah.
Even all these people they will never meet in their entire life.
Or don't even know exist.
Live
Yeah.
thousands of miles away from each other
Yeah.
in entirely different kinds of places where things are 100% different from each other. But, because you got the fun job, you get to make all of this.
Yeah, exactly. It's fucking weird. Like, I always bring this up. People get very uncomfortable with it because, again, bring back the curtain.
Oh,
Yeah.
People don't like to
People don't
think.
like to see behind the silver
Ignore
curtain.
the man behind the curtain.
People don't like to think.
Yeah.
But like I tell them, like, you ever think it's weird, like how killing people is illegal?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the response all the fucking time is like they look at me like I'm going to go out and kill someone. And they're like, "Why are you being so fucking weird?" It's like, no, it's weird because we're raised with this thing of like killing is bad, killing is
Yeah.
evil. And while I don't agree that killing is a good thing, there is literally it's just a concept.
It's just, yeah.
It's literally you doing something to someone and ending their existence on this physical plane.
I find it as doubly hilarious because up to about 100 or 200 years ago, nobody gave a fuck.
Yeah, no one gave a shit about it.
Yeah.
And while I'm grateful now it's illegal, because there are plenty of people that want to stab me,
Mhm.
I think it's very weird that it's like, to think about, like,
Yeah.
Because, a worst case scenario, I guess I die too, or, because
Mhm.
of Texas. But it's strange. What a fucking weird...
Dude, it's just fucking everything is weird when you think about it, man. Honestly, shit's just fucking weird.
I watched the Pursuit of Wonder on a lot of philosophical channels. There's one dude that goes to I don't know enough about all of his videos, but he follows these specific philosophers that believe in these very interesting things. Mainly, like it boils down to like
Stop it.
it mainly boils down into living a life that you actually like feel fulfilled doing, and some of this stuff's very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it's like be the man that is mocked by everybody.
Okay.
Because after that you have like nothing left to lose.
Mm-hmm.
So it's or like if you fear homelessness, become poverty. Like something just weird shit like that. It's very fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
Because the idea is like, what are you gonna fear whenever you've just experienced what you have to fear? If you fear being homeless, try being homeless.
It's like how
Let's-
you're horrified of being stung by a bee until you get stung by,
By
a
a
bee.
bee.
And then you realize it's not really so bad.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah,
So,
but I prefer not to be homeless at all, though.
I mean, there's
Obviously,
there
yes.
can be a preference, but like a fear.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Everyone's scared to get punched in the face, but then you get punched in the face, and
Yeah.
the world doesn't end, and it's fine.
Yeah, except
just
that
like
here they
last
stab
night.
you.
Oh yeah.
This night sucks.
Here they just they
Yeah,
fucking
it
pull
was still
knives at
fun.
you.
It was just-
If you're gonna
it was
pull-
just dumb.
If you're gonna pull a knife out in the middle of a fight because you can't fucking fight, you're a bitch.
Yes, this is the truth.
God, it fucking pisses me off how nobody just punches.
No.
Like they're either like a gun or a knife because they're
Yeah.
so afraid to get hurt. Fucking pansies.
I get to stand my rights, or fuck you.
I mean, yeah.
If someone's bringing your house, fucking shoot them. If someone's wanting to start fist fights, don't fucking shoot them.
No, shoot him.
Marcos is
Honestly,
fucking
do the
stupid.
fist fight. Like in my opinion, weapons are supposed to be for like actual defense for if somebody's about to kill you, kind of
Yes,
stuff.
it's do or die.
Yeah.
That's definitely what's
But
for.
like you don't settle an argument by just shooting somebody.
No.
No, but you definitely don't
You
want to
dick
get
each other
your
in the face a couple of times. You go for a beer and then you call it good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Hopefully.
that's a good way. But you
Or,
definitely don't
or
want
then
people.
someone arrests you and you both get separated and get taken out of holding the next day.
But then you also don't want people bashing you in your fucking face with their fucking bare hands, and then you get a mush face, and or you get choked out, and you
Okay.
can also get brain dead from it. There's plenty of times of cases where people actually get knocked the fuck out and they hit the curb and then they die
Yeah,
because they hit the corner of the curb.
I mean, yeah, but you're also dying when the bullet goes through your face too.
And you're also
I would
talking-
rather kill him than him kill me or get the chance to. I don't care.
But see,
But people say that.
this logic you have right here is the same logic they have.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
this is the problem. to
This
start
is what
with.
we're talking
This is
about.
the very problem
How
to start
there's
with.
peop- how
Is
it-
that-
Here, hey buddy, want to fight? Cool. Get away from me. That's all
No,
it takes.
dude,
For
then he
me.
pulls his out. No one's
Then
gonna.
he drops him. Then I drop him.
No, oh my god, this is the logic that fucks everything up, Marcos.
No, it's not.
It's literally like, and it's like, hey, you want to fight? It's like you make an agreement because you're so fucking pissed off. You're like,
Mhm.
you're just like, all right,
Yeah,
and
but
then
then
you
you
like
get those-
just
Pussies that actually pull out their guns or knives.
no,
This is what
like
we're talking about.
that's why at the beginning you like pull out your shit and you fucking toss it to the side and you're like, all right, you see if they do it. If not, then you have everybody take him down. Like that's the idea. But if you're gonna fucking, it's just not. It's stupid. It doesn't make sense to me why somebody would do that.
Like, honestly, the times have changed. Like, used to you'd be able to have, like, an actual fight, and...
That'd be
yeah,
it. Bygones would be bygones.
Yeah, bygones would be bygones. You know, that's it. That's the end of the argument.
Yeah. It's not the same anymore.
And I'm not
Yeah.
saying I want to fight, but I don't want to be scared for my life every time I decide to stand up for myself.
Yeah.
Every time a drunk guy is being belligerent.
Yes, exactly. By the way, don't fucking touch a girl without her consent.
Hey guys, don't be an asshole who just starts slapping a girl's ass that you literally met 2 seconds ago.
Yeah. Even if she's wearing a cute outfit, if you do that, you're a fucking
Even
douchebag.
if it's a mini skirt that's barely covering her ass, hey, that's not your ass to be
Yep.
slapping.
Mm-hmm.
Stop it.
And if you disagree, I hope you get knocked the fuck out.
And then don't be upset when the guys come in and
If you
keep her
have
away.
to, if you have to say the phrase, "Why are you protecting them?"
Why are you protecting
yeah, that's true.
If you have to ask multiple times after have been told that they all are engaged or have boyfriends, well, I don't care which one is open.
That's yeah, or fucking like, oh my god, dude.
People are assholes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people are fucking stupid.
Alex.
People are assholes.
Yeah, I'm gonna just stick with the. If you have to ask somebody the phrase, "Why are you protecting
Yeah,
them?" Maybe
yeah.
you should ask yourself,
Yeah.
"Well, what are they protecting them from? Are they
Yes.
protecting them from me?"
Yeah.
People don't like being a bad guy, but people also don't like thinking.
Yeah.
Also, use your brain.
It's like, look, man.
Using your brain is a wonderful thing.
Look,
Drop him.
It's like, look, man. I get it. We all want to get our dicks wet, but it didn't work.
You consent.
Well, so here's the thing. It didn't work when you were just talking to her because she opened with, "Oh, I have a boyfriend." It didn't work when you started throwing the money around because
Yes.
it didn't look cool. And then it didn't work when you started slapping her ass, and then she's got suddenly asked to be surrounded by guys that she trusted, right?
I can't believe they think that's weird.
Right?
Whoa, why do they want
Yeah.
guys around them now? Like friends. Oh, it's fucking stupid.
So, like, at a certain point, you just kind of got to realize you're not getting it. The whole bar is full of other women that are
Take
just...
the L and move on.
They're the whole. See, this is my thing though. It's like the whole bar was full of other women who are just as hot, wearing just as slutty stuff. Like, why can't you just go over there to somewhere else?
Well, no, I'd rather them not be douchebags
Well, yes,
in the first
obviously,
place.
obviously, yes. But like, okay, I get it from the I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna get some, right? So if
Yeah.
that's your goal for the night, and you stroke out multiple times to the point that it almost was like a serious issue, and I mean, still was because there was definitely still, I guess
Yeah.
that is considered molestation.
Yeah.
Like actually legally.
Assault.
Assault at the very least, yeah. You know, maybe move on to the next
Well,
one.
here's the thing, right?
Yeah,
it's
go to
like
a different
I
bar.
don't understand the logic of like, oh, this one girl said no. Oh, it's the first girl of the night. I'm not taking no for an answer. Like, you have so many opportunities just to go up to any fucking girl in any fucking bar, and there's guaranteed to be at least one that's wanting to get filled by anybody.
These weren't the only two short skirts in the bar. Like
Exactly. Now, I'm not saying go to another girl and if she says no, now's the time to harass her. I'm saying strike
she's-
out until you win.
Until
Like, that's
you-
it. Just keep
one of
fucking
the-
going down
listen,
the line.
One of these is guaranteed to be.
Take the L and move on.
Exactly.
You're gonna find one of them that's gonna be receptive of it.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Eventually.
Just keep
And
going.
it'll take a few, but eventually you might find somebody willing to say yes.
So
But
yeah,
get
just
that yes.
Do it the right way. Yeah, I get that. Yes.
Jeez. Like, how the fuck are you gonna do that?
And
God.
you know, remember when they're drunk, the yes doesn't count. So you know,
Yeah.
I still
be careful.
this still baffles me why people hate thinking.
Like
Aaron,
I told you earlier before we started the podcast, I had a moment that under another situation could have also been considered.
yes, and
Yeah.
I'm glad you did not go for that.
Yeah, like
It wasn't. It's probably. Well, I mean, I'm just gonna say it's not nearly as bad as
no,
we
it's,
probably
it's,
think.
it's definitely.
But a drunk girl wanted to give a kiss.
No, she didn't want to, but it's just you misread the situation for a second, and
Well, a girl grabs you by the chin and pulls you close, but she's inebriated, so you don't know what she wants.
yeah,
But you picked the right decision.
yeah, because hey, they're drunk.
Everybody like
it's
that.
Not a. Just don't be an asshole. This is what it comes down to. Is just don't be an asshole. Like what the fuck, man?
Why don't people like thinking? This is a legit question. I'm asking.
I don't. You know, I know, Jacob. The problem is that I can't think of an answer.
The irony is staggering.
You see, the problem is I am thinking and I can't think of an answer as to why people don't like thinking.
I don't think you. Yeah, no, I don't think you can think of an answer because the whole point is they're not thinking. They're just that part of their
That-
brain doesn't.
Well, okay, so here's the thing. There's so many people out that just like mindlessly believe
Well, see, but this is the thing that-
societal
yeah.
norms, and they don't. Whenever I try to talk to somebody at a party or something about this, they don't want to hear it because they're being fucking ignorant of the situation.
Mhm.
They're like, man, I fucking hate my job. And I'm like, well, quit. And they're like, well, I don't want to be homeless on the streets. And it's like, well, would you rather be homeless than miserable? And then they're like, well, I'd rather have money. And I'm like, are you miserable now? And they're like, yeah, I want to die. And it's like, well, okay, fucking, why would you want to stay in such a
Mhm.
horrible hellhole
Yeah.
if all you're doing is being miserable to yourself?
Because you need money.
No, you don't.
And see, at that point, well, I guess what you should offer them is ask them, well, what would make you feel more miserable? The job or being homeless?
They've never been homeless, so they're
Yeah.
gonna say that because they're afraid of the unknown. The whole issue about it is people, and money, I'm not saying money is not important, but the whole issue is people don't understand that there are ways around terrible situations.
Yeah.
If you're homeless, you're not going to starve. There are plenty of shelters that are there to help you out. And while the shelters are not the greatest, I'm looking at you, Marcos.
Hey man, I see homeless people all the time, and those shelters are absolutely.
Do you know
nothing.
why? Because they get fucking kicked out because they act up, because they don't know what the fuck they're
Yeah,
doing, because they
they're
don't think.
Because they're drug addicts.
Yes, and they don't think. I'm going back to that. Now the situation is you have chances to better yourself and work towards a goal that you actually want to do. And if you're not going to take the risk to do that, you're just going to be miserable for the rest of your life. You're going to fucking die regardless, regretting all that shit. So, you know what? Oh, if I'm homeless, what if I starve to death? Or, what if I live a miserable existence and then just die?
Yeah.
Man, these are some tough decisions.
See, here's the thing, Jake. You know, when you watch like a funny viral video of this weirdo just doing some crazy shit on the streets or whatever,
Yeah.
or just like there's some guy who's freaking out about a situation that does not need to be freaking out about whatsoever, and you're like, man, this guy's crazy. Those people exist, and they're just out and about. You run into 10 of those people a day, and you don't even know it, right?
Yeah.
I consider us fairly normal people, right? I mean, we have our moments, but we're fairly normal, right?
Okay.
We don't really have that moment where you don't think about things, where you don't...
Where there's no thought going on,
No,
no
yeah.
thought bubble.
Yeah.
Because you've got all the different tiers of people in the world.
Pussy's
From-
wet. Ugh.
Yeah, well, because see, you've got from the toppest of tiers of, like, the super geniuses who are awesome, wholesome people.
Yeah, like philosophers, mathematicians,
Exactly.
scientists, yeah.
And then the shit dregs at the bottom. People that grew up in just the worst of situations and never got anything better, never got any help, never bothered to help themselves, became all the same drug addicts with their parents or whatever.
God, I
it is.
fucking hate that.
It's like that guy, the Monster of the Andes or something like that. The guy who's like grew up and just was constantly molested and sold and beat and all that kind of stuff. And so
then
he became
grew
a
up
child
doing the
murderer.
same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and grew up to be a child murderer. And he would constantly say the only, like, his constant life was, like, the lowest of depressions.
Yeah.
But when he was strangling the kid and watching the
He
lights,
felt powerful.
he felt powerful. He felt, to him, it was
That
the
was-
same feeling that you get hugging your mother. He got that endorphin release.
Okay.
Yep.
It's just weird. And it's weird to think
Human
that those people...
psychology is very weird.
Yeah, we don't know what
exactly.
consciousness is.
No.
We don't know why we sleep.
We don't know why we think the way that we think.
Mm-hmm.
what was the trigger that made us different than the more base animals?
Yeah. There is also just like it just baffles me because I spent the majority of my life believing to an authority figure that they knew what they were doing, so I should listen.
Yeah.
So I would listen to teachers, I would listen to my
Adults.
parents. Yeah, all adults. They didn't know what they were doing.
And then you
Turns
became
out,
one.
yeah, I became one. Turns out they have
Nobody
no
has
fucking
clue.
idea.
They've been bullshitting it your entire life.
And so I decided, well, what's my life gonna be? I'm like, I'm gonna make memories. I'm gonna be happy, and I'm gonna see what I can do for myself.
Yeah. No,
That's it.
Isn't that like one of the weirdest moments where, like, especially with your parents, you see it the most with your parents.
Yeah.
Where as a child you grew up and your parents were like
Of course they know.
they were the authority figure. They were the person you looked up to. They always had the answer, all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you hit about 18 to 20. You start doing your own stuff, and you realize, oh, they had no fucking clue.
Yeah, they had no idea.
They had no clue because I have no clue.
I have no fucking clue, and I can see now that they still kind of don't have a clue. They've just been winging it all this time.
Yeah, I can't believe it, but for the most part, it's like, I think it's interesting, almost liberating, because it's like, you can do whatever you want. That's your shit. There's nothing stopping you from
Hey, man,
doing
it's
whatever the fuck
2019.
you
We
want.
accept all kinds of people. Do you, man? There's always a lane for whatever
But that's-
your thing is.
What baffles me is people refuse to accept that for some fucked up reason. There are people out there that are like, nope, my life's always going to be this way, miserable and sad, and then they also like secretly hope that like somehow it's going to change. Shit's not going to change unless you do it. Literally, that stroke of luck in movies and stuff like comes out one in a trillion.
That doesn't really
Yeah.
happen.
It's not like you just do that shit to yourself and you make a change.
But like, I can get it from their point too, where it's like, I mean, you got into these people are usually, I'm not gonna say mentally challenged, but mentally ill.
Mm-hmm.
Mentally ill, very much so. Think very low of themselves. Don't feel like they're capable of doing that big change that's necessary. They've never gotten any kind of help throughout their life. Their whole life up to this point has been garbage. They have been shot down at every chance they had. You know, that kind of stuff. But it's still, the only way out is for them to break that barrier, but it's just not physically capable for them to
Okay,
break.
well, if they're listening, fuck them.
Fuck
Just do it. Literally, you can do it. There's no reason not to do it.
There's a special moment in a person's life when they just say, fuck it.
No, don't hit that. Just go back. Anybody can do it.
No. I mean
the good fuck it.
I mean
Oh,
the
good
kind of
fuck it. Good fuck it.
I mean
Oh,
the good
sorry.
kind of fuck it.
Yes.
Where you're just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna do me, and
And I'm not saying it's gonna be like,
It's not
oh
gonna
well,
be easy.
yeah, no, it's not gonna be
No.
easy. Things are gonna go wrong.
look, nothing.
Things are gonna
in
be
life
the
worth
lowest
doing
they've
is-
ever been. But then, whenever you hit that bottom, then you start climbing your way back up,
Yeah.
and you realize, hey, you know what? Shit really sucked.
Yeah.
But now it's kind of getting better. And then you just keep climbing up that ladder all the way to the top, and then you're finally where you want to be.
Hey.
And even hypothetically,
Yeah.
let's say you get smacked down,
Okay.
and by the end, you're not where you want to be.
Mhm.
You're back where you started.
Yeah.
Right? Well, I don't think there's anybody that existed. There's probably plenty of people that have died and said, man, I wish I could have done this. But I don't think there's anybody that died and said, man, I wish I didn't try to do that thing I want
Yeah.
to do. You know? I've done a lot of embarrassing things in my whole life, and I have not regretted doing them because they make life happen. They make it interesting.
They're the reason you're the person you are now.
Exactly. So, like, if you die, you're not going to regret the decision of what you're doing if it's what you want to do. It's what you want to do, not what your parents want to do,
Yeah.
not what your siblings want you to do, not what your friends want you
In
to
the
do.
immortal words of Chester Bennington, I would be more like me and less like you.
Yeah. And...
I've become some. I feel
yeah,
you there.
Exactly. But I mean, it's like that quote that unfortunately I don't know who to accredit it to, but it's nothing in life worth doing can be done easy.
yeah. And remember, even if it's fucked up, there's an old saying, and I think one of the podcast was the saying. Long ago, there was a wood carver, lumberjack, and he would chop down the finest trees, only the best wood for him, the straightest pieces, only tall oaks, getting all that nice lumber in.
Yeah.
And there was a crooked tree, knotted in itself, who knows how many years old. And he would just say, nope, I'm not chopping down the tree. I'm just going to keep going miles and miles further out to chop down the straighter, nicer oaks so I can make planks out of them.
Nicer looking
Yeah, if I
ones.
chop down the knotted tree, all the planks are going to be bent. They're going to be awkward. It's not going to look good. And so for years, he just ignored this tree and chopped down all the other oaks around. And so one day, a wise sage came by and looked at the knotted tree and looked at all the stumps lying around.
Yep.
And the lumberjack, looks over, and the sage looks over to him and says, hey, why haven't you chopped down this tree? And he says, oh, well, there's something wrong with it, It's twisting and turning, and it's not natural. It's doing its own thing. And that's messed up. Why would I want to chop that down? And he looks at all the other logs and says, well, now it's the only one that's alive. So
now you're screwed.
So maybe doing your own thing is just the thing that you should do.
Just do your thing. Just in the end.
Why do all these start out like funny and then they just go to
we get really serious at the end?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. We've gone all over the place. We're talking
Yeah, this was the most ADHD episode.
We're talking about fucking dicks and BlizzCon and fucking
we got BlizzCon, we got WoW,
Yeah.
we watched videos, we saw Diablo.
We watched fucking Diablo trailers, and then we talked about AI, and then
Conspiracy theories and dolphins.
We went back to porn and animal dicks
and Nathan Drake the cum shot.
and
Peter
drunk
North?
assholes.
Yeah,
Peter North.
Yeah.
And drunk assholes.
Yeah, so
Peter North and drunk assholes.
this
That's
is
the name of
actually
the podcast.
a long loading off cast, but thank you so much for joining us. We hope you enjoyed listening to it as much as we did talking about it. Hope you enjoy the rest of your work day. Do what you want to do, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Don't be
To
homeless.
Lotus on your off time.
Later.
Bye.